Now then, open everything up again. Work. I've also now had an opportunity to take an extra look at what those fucking emote thingies are. That looks like a lot of fun that we can have there. I will definitely have to play around with that and find something that is pleasant and doing things. Oh, thank you very much, little strategy member. A nice welcome to you too. Now then, multiplayer. Post game. Same as usual. Now I've set up a game. Should be able to see the game. I'll just call in serious because, well, creativity is not my strong suit. So take a look if you can join. I will now finally fucking build that fucking email program. It's annoying the living shit out of me. Give me a second while I delete some from emails. Ah. Bop. You go away, you go big. This time, I'm gonna be spaghetti gooey. This neutrality is hard and tiring. To put it mildly. Drains you brutally. Very brutally. Then we'll take a nice little educated look if we can see something. I'm going to find some tool to get myself some nice little emote things going. I want some waifus in there. I can tell you that much already. I hate it when I have to. You look just for the channel name, just for interest. That is the game name, the name of the game. Yes, that's what I wanted to say. That's not the one I wanted to have. Where is it? It's strange. Should be there. Because it is public. I mean, then you set up a game and we'll see if I can actually see that. Yep. Yeah, it's a lot of games. Hey, don't cheat yet. I see nothing. Ah. Guess what's the original soundtrack music mod? It sounds good. I realize that can get you into very, very much games. Okay, what name am I looking for? Just strategy member. No, definitely not. Maple, strawberry, sherry bunny, new strategy. Could try connecting to a server ID. Do we have a server ID that I can try to connect to? Something new, exciting. Yes, we need to try. The only playing guys are right. Good taste. And road to me. Man after my own heart. Nice. Does it have a password, or is it just without a password? Oops. Connecting. Please show the light. Game's like, I'm working on it. Action timed out. Okay, let's again, shall we? Well, that doesn't seem to work like we wanted to. Yeah, it's bad. Hi, host. I'm gonna copy that. Maybe you can join like that. Maybe it's just not compatible, which would be a shame though, to be fair. I kinda wanted to play some spaghetti. Spaghetti sauce. Yes. Spaghetti sauce. Oopala. Yeah, HOI is kind of pricey. Bloody cut edition costs like 30 bucks. Paradox in a nutshell. They can make money of it. They will make money of it. You can actually bet your little ass on that one. Yeah, that's kind of how I see working normally. It's like, yeah, I need to work so I can make money. Why do you need to make money? So I can buy cool shit and play with it. I mean, technically speaking, you can get a subscription from them now. For like $5 a month, you can get access to HOI. But I'm really not a fan of that, honestly. That system kind of sucks. I just need to quickly take a look at that. B. Not the one I wanted to click on. Damn it, my mesh clicked. Okay. I don't think so. Normally what I do is just invite people over Steam, which is a lot easier. I can just like right click, invite to lobby. Easiest way to go. I don't think this game has a friend option. Maybe Paradox Launcher has a friend option. I don't think so though. Shouldn't really make much difference because the game is public anyway. As long as you have the password, you should be able to get in and play games. Ooh, this is difficult, isn't it? Let's have Crusader King 3. Yeah. Those assholes probably didn't do it then. Well, everybody can have Crusader Kings 2 because Crusader Kings 2 should still be fucking free on Steam, so just go there, download it. Play it with somebody who has all of the DLC. I guess if I can't find a partner to play with though, I'm kinda ending up in the situation where I kinda have to probably indulge some more of morbid curiosity of my own. Which part did we stop on? Do I wanna Yeah, I probably have to take an educated look, don't I? Damn it. I don't want to go there again. Okay, let's see here. We watched... Which one? Which one? Which one? Apparently we just had started loading on part 5. Oh boy. Okay, so we're starting it from part 5 on then. Ugh. It's gonna be painful. Painful. Yeah, we close you, we open you, we go to you. Part 5. Beginning. Let me just preload that already, then we have it going. Message to be pepped. Yeah. Yeah, it's not going to work then. Okay, then you two can probably start downloading the... Just get the fucking free Ghost Rider Kings 2 off of Steam at some point. Because that is something we can then play together. But for the moment I need something to play. I have something to do. And, well... Technically speaking, first and foremost, we can... Well, take a look at that. Because I've had this running in the background a bit, and we can take a look at how the world has turned out. I let it run for a bit longer. That you can see how my great neutrality has led me down an evil path. And we'll probably switch over to a new game, probably as the Italianos. Spaghetti boys. Then I'm gonna give you some more horror, condensed horror. The Endless Saga, so that we can actually reach up to part 10, at which point was when I started watching it with the Kronos. Yeah, look at that. Things have changed drastically since the last time we were here. Ah, very, very much so. Oh, the world looks, how to put this mildly, a lot more German. To put it very, very nicely. Actually not bad for good old Switzerland, which is not existing anymore because it's now Imperial Helvetia. With that nice fella in power. We are very, very, very much a fascist. But hey, we have many friends. Look at the amount of friends we have. Basically, this time, you know, everything further play-wise would be a royal pain in the ass. By the year 1945, I think it was a good point for me to stop and go like, yeah, I think we've done well because, you know, Switzerland has grown, Germany is fucking amazingly big, and pretty much nothing is left to really challenge you. I mean, there's some assholes that are trying, but let's be honest, from the United States we really don't have many enemies still around. I mean, you know, there's small stuff like Pakistan and India. That's like, they are not gonna be dangerous to us. And, you know, Free France, the last small little islands. And there's one of the very few absolutely neutral ones, which is really not much. And then there's, well, the United States. But I don't want to fucking invade the United States. That's such a royal pain in the ass to do. And I think I would fall at some point, but it would take so bloody fucking long that I don't want to do it. You know? Look at all the friends I have. Isn't that nice? All of my friends. That's what we want to see. Friends everywhere. Oh, there's something going on. Yeah, I know, game, thanks. No manpower, because, well, of course I have. Yes. I think this turned out rather well. It should be doing well indeed. Well. Alright, enough of that. Also, my political power is so far done with it's not even funny. What we're gonna do then Let's see, who are the top people? Where's I? Imperial Helvetia, that should be me. Access, yeah, that's me. It's me. It's just in there, just from German, which redeems. As I said, I've quite literally have not taken much of a look at it. I'll have to take a look and then I have to change things around because I'm pretty sure everything should be set to German. Probably. I'll just have to live with that for like a day or so. Then things change. Well. Alright, time for some spaghettios. For a bit. What would be reasonable? Let's see, how late is it? I do kind of need to get my sleep schedule under control again, so how long is one part of that quiz nonsense? Around 40 minutes. So how about we say 2 parts? If I'm feeling like I need a beer after that, maybe a third part, and then I'll be off to sleepy. Because otherwise, insanity would be too much for me. It's gonna be a lot of work though. I have just briefly looked over it, and there's a lot of things there that need to be changed around, basically. It's gonna be interesting to deal with. So many new options. Now then. Hello, Mussolini. You look smug. I like you already. What actually do you have? Comandante Diavolo. In Ethiopia, we have often been bedeviled. Be the tenacity of the Nazi horsemen. Il Soldella Venri, a new Italian state, the Italian National Union. Citizens are free and equal for the state. Sure. And the future will rise up in Italy. Slowly an empire. Sure, not only did we make the most of our territories, but also did we keep expanding Italian control in Africa. Okay. Division speed minus, division organization minus, organization of the moving plus 15. So it's was not victory side. Get keep up with the military modernization. Yes, I really didn't. In modern times, we would strengthen the army and be ever victorious. The soldier king reminds Italians of their recent victories. Well then, let's set that up, shall we? We'll be start button here. Going like they don't even know. I know no Italian, so I can't find something witty in my head to write in Italian. But very sad. Sad indeed. Sad it shall be. Beep. Beep. It's going to pause again. I'm gonna get a bit louder again so you can actually hear the horror, and then I'm gonna need to set up the other window again. Yeah, it shouldn't take long though. Yep, that was actually pretty damn quickly. Rup. Yeah, you know what, let it stay up there. It's not really in the way now, is it? Now then, continue this horrible story again. We haven't had enough of it yet. Jesus, is that loud.
What made him this way?
Comparatively speaking.
What is the attraction?
Well then. We'll do the same as we did yesterday for the second stream.
What keeps us fascinated?
Get up to part 10 of this.
This is the story of Chris Chan.
Well, I'm also going to play around with my little spaghettios and the new focus tree. Seems like a pretty sweet deal all around. See, you get both things, horror and games. Just not in combination, because I'm not really feeling like playing horror games. NPC.
Less than a
Jesus.
week after Christian's Encyclopedia Dramatica page was created,
Yeah, we need to
someone
catch up.
updated it by uploading an
You haven't
infamous
watched, I
internet-based
haven't watched the
photograph
first
called
10
Goatsy,
parts
which
yet.
graphically depicts a naked man stretching his anus with his fingers snugly within his rectum, dilating his orifice to an inhumane diameter.
That's
This
really
upset
not something
Chris
I
so
wanted to
gravely
hear.
that he took it upon
Starting
himself
off
to
with.
edit the page to make himself appear more appealing. For example, a paragraph noting his racism was changed to, "Oh yeah, he's also old-fashioned. In his idea of a sweetheart, she is not black. He is cool with adoption, but his dream of his future daughter calls for blood, tears, and Seminole descent." Not only did he reword sentences and correct
We have
historical
some
inaccuracies,
plain parts,
but
though.
he also extensively
Nice.
added personal information, a tactic which he called information overload. While his intention was to evoke sympathy, it only succeeded in fueling the fire for the trolls. In a way to reassert his heterosexuality, he uploaded several of his own sexually charged drawings, such as one of Sonichu and Rosechu having intercourse, a naked Mary Lee Walsh masturbating, Bubbles and Black Sonichu having sex, and an image called "She Came for Quick," which depicted Chris satisfying an unidentified naked woman with his fingers.
Why
Those
are we
exposed to
going
the
through this
picture
again?
felt that the
Why are
woman
we
bore a
fucking
striking
suffering?
resemblance to his twin sister Crystal, and were convinced that it was an illustration
Oh
of
yeah,
incest.
I remember why we're
The fact
suffering.
that he captioned the image with "Your sister has come for me" didn't help.
Probably
Outside of his
not, though.
illustrations, he reflected on his obsession with Megan, admitting that
Haven't
he
rewatched
no
this
longer
part before. I
pined
feel
for
like
her,
I've heard this
and
before.
talked about pleasuring
We're
himself
just getting
using
crazy.
his inflatable sex
Anyone
doll, Officer
take
Nasty.
a look and
He
inform me if
restated
I'm
his
getting
purpose.
crazy or just
"I will continue to
misremembering.
shove the true facts from my heart and soul down your throats, only until you take this whole page down for good." Chris would go on creating new accounts and further altering the page for the next few years. As the year 2007 drew to
Picking
a
that up
close,
is going to be a
Christian
pain in
bought
the
an
ass, isn't it?
anime-styled sex doll named Kimi, and continued to email Megan, telling her that he would meet Lori soon. And on New Year's Eve,
some
he sent an email
buildings,
to
at
a
least.
friend of Megan's, which contained a new freestyle poem called "For My True Love, I Would." For my true love, I treat her tenderly, sweetly, gently, like a summer breeze. I'd caress her skin gently with my strong fingers. I'd take her to eat and provide for her to my ability. I'd start small at
Jesus
McDonald's,
Christ,
then
Ken,
let
you're
it get better
producing an
in due
asshole amount
time.
of things, aren't you?
If she is willing to allow the pleasure, I'd lay her down, caress her gently, tickle her fancy, have her tickle my fancy, and give it to her, with the learned, lonely experience I've endured. I love you will be shared daily with a French side dish. I am her soldier, to do for
Huntedy
her as she
Carol
sees
class.
fit. In January 2008, Christian created a Facebook account, which he used much in the same manner as his other social media
That's something I'm
outlets,
gonna
such
look
as MySpace.
later.
He managed to befriend several women in his general vicinity and tried to engage in conversations
Let's
with
see
them.
here. Well,
"Hi
it's
Christina,
basic.
I have read your profile and I find you quite interesting. You're pretty, honest, and smart. If you'd like, I'd like to meet you for a soda or coffee and get to know you better over a pleasant conversation. I also hope you will accept my friend request I have submitted earlier. Please reply if it's all cool." Okay, well, I'm 17 and about to be 18 in a few months, but yeah,
I hate it
I
when
love to
people
party
write like
and all
that.
that good shit, so
pain.
hit me up. Cool, Christina. While I don't know what it means to hit me up, I'll assume it means to talk to you more. I look forward to meeting you in person and
Nani?
learning more about you. And if you need a tutor for a school subject, I can probably help you. I've excelled in math and English subjects. Yo tom '2 años de español de nol en mi escuela secundaria. And I took 2 years of Spanish in my high school. Take care, Chris-chan. Okay, yeah, well, here's the thing.
Pleasant.
First of all,
Waifus are
I'm
talking waifu
17
language again.
or too old.
Going to
And
backfire on
second of
Chris.
all, no or
It
too
will.
old for me. And third of
Pretty
all,
much
I'm
everything
not
has
into
backfired
all
on
that
him
Christian
yet.
shit, but I would still love to be friends with you. And I don't know very many Christians who like to party, cause I'm a hardcore party girl. So,
Imma, go fuck
no,
yourself,
nothing
Jesus
like
Christ,
what you may be
woman.
thinking. I just
Would
wanted
kill
to be
me.
friends with you.
We're
and
sitting
wait
like,
until
can't
you were
you
at
just
least
write like a
18
normal
before
person,
taking it
please?
further. Also, I can party. I just don't get invited much. There's nothing wrong with simply meeting for a pleasant conversation
Yeah,
and
let's
soda
sit
pop.
on
I promise I would
Yugoslavia's
not lay a
border
finger
and
on you.
annoy the living shit out of them.
Okay, well, a little FYI, I'm on probation and house arrest, and I might get locked up tomorrow for
They
breaking
don't
my
like that.
probation. So let's just take
They're
it
getting
day
caught
by
up.
day. I
Oh,
mean, I
does he
don't
get
know
you
who
getting
at
paid
all,
now?
and
Congrats
people might
to
talk
get
about
you.
me hanging
You
with
did!
some older dude who I don't know. But I
And then I was like, hey, I want to start streaming. I was like, hey, there's no shit, look at it. And I was like, okay.
And see if
And now I'm even more confused.
Holla, boy.
It's like so
After
many
Christian
new
sent another
options.
message divulging more details about himself,
I need to take a
communication with Christina
long hard
ceased.
look at that.
He also engaged
That's
in a chat with
a
Christy,
contrast.
who accepted his invitation for a chat
Okay,
over
what do we
coffee
have
or
here?
soda, but he ultimately declined her
Looks good.
acceptance,
For
and she
Yugoslavia.
revealed that she was a single
Yes, thank you
mother.
very much, Kronos. You were
He
indeed
also
right.
messaged a
We have
Danielle,
been
whose
getting
boyfriend
there.
in response threatened Chris.
It's like, yeah, that's gonna happen
On
at some
January
point.
12th, Christian pleaded on Facebook
Oh,
for people
yes,
not to
it
believe
was
what has
happening
been
at one
written
point.
on Encyclopedia Dramatica.
Okay.
There are some cyberbullies who have
need
taken
some
my words
Africa.
and feelings out of context
Ah,
and
really?
twisted them into meaningless mockery. Please do not believe those terrible rumors. I am a good man who needs a female sweetheart to soothe my pains from loneliness, stress of social influences,
Oh,
and
that's
heartaches.
better.
Please help me, so I can help you one day.
Yeah, I was just about to
4
say,
days
you know,
later, he
yep, we
described
did
his
it, we did
encounter
it.
with a lady at the Alderman Library. I was playing Sudoku on my PSP, and I was listening in on this conversation between a couple of cute ladies just to my right. I've enjoyed just listening to them talk about their things. I will not divulge any details, because I am the man who will keep a secret. Plus, I don't know all the details.
Christ.
Anyway, after one of the two left, the gal that stayed sitting next to me talked on her cell in what sounded like Dutch or German. It was the perfect opening for a conversation towards making a new gal pal.
Yeah, I'm now
I had
getting
it in
paid
my
and I have
head.
no idea. I have so many new
Pardon me,
options that I need to
couldn't
look
help
at.
but overhear your
It's
chat on
confusing
your
me.
phone. But was that
Very,
Dutch or
very
German you were
confusing me.
speaking? I had the nerve set up. I was raring to say it.
But I don't read
But when I
German.
started to say it, the tension and my shyness and my autism choked me, literally. I could not even open my mouth to say anything. And she left. I'm kicking myself now.
Yeah, you do
Anyway, that is how shy I am. I'm so shy that I just freeze or choke upon starting to talk
Who
to
am
a
I
new
going
girl I don't know
to
yet.
deal with?
Through his Facebook updates, it was revealed that he regularly attended Grace Baptist Church
The
in
United
Charlottesville.
Kingdom. They are friendly,
Since
right?
Chris was told that Lori Lopez was going to go out with Joshua Martinez instead of Chris,
Germans,
he edited the
somewhat
ED
United
page
Kingdom.
in order to convince the trolls to ruin Joshua's reputation instead. Look, pal, if you really want to take down someone who
Jesus
has a
Christ.
reputation, consider one Joshua Martinez. Ladies come a-running from at least as far as New York City to his house in Dyke, Virginia. Not just any
Buongiorno.
ladies,
Yes,
but
buongiorno
stars
indeed.
like Megan Fox, Jessica Alba, Jessica Biel,
So
Jessica
many new
Simpson,
faces that I
and
don't
plenty
like.
other whores. He also has been piggybacking on the stardom of Vanessa Hudgens,
Old cat.
singing with her in her Latino albums, and starring with her in various HBO movies, and even worse, Transformers 2. He has her and some other gal named Brittany for both of his simultaneous
Too
girlfriends.
many troops,
Dual
actually.
marriage in the works here. He's a more lucky SOB than I can ever surmount to. Ruin his reputation. Joshua Martinez. P.S. You did not hear this whole thing from me. The editors of the page didn't bite. In March, becoming increasingly troubled at all the attention Chris has been receiving, Megan requested that he take down all references to her on the internet. However,
Yeah,
it was
we need
too
it as a
late.
commander.
He discovered that she came for Quick Pick and recognized the woman in it to be herself and confronted Chris. I didn't realize
Chris,
how
that
much
was a
of an
genius
a-hole
idea.
I could have been. I was caught up in the rage from that weekend in November when I did that. I couldn't even see straight, but I have done what I should have done long ago. Inform
I'll need some
AOL,
plates.
as well as other places on the web who can take down offensive websites and pages. I've really shot myself in the foot, and I am sorry. Not only am I mad at myself for being such a complete enraged a-hole, but my rage against those jerks who put that page up in the first place arose with greater flame because my closest friend
No,
got
no.
hurt emotionally.
My planes are going to be
That's
very
you.
much uncontested
I will
because I
see
don't
to that
think Africa
website's
has
demise,
fucking
but
planes.
my name isn't Christian Weston Chandler. Megan, I'm sorry for hurting you. Megan, I'm sorry for hurting you. Megan, I'm sorry for hurting you.
Yeah, there's no
Megan,
reason to read it fucking 20 times. We
Thinking
get that he
repeating
wrote it
phrase
fucking
was
millions
enough
times.
recompense
Yes,
for Megan. His next email focused on his investigation on who took the picture of him at the game place, launching this entire campaign of hate against him. In response, Megan
can't
wrote
take
about
it.
her shock concerning her depiction.
Okay.
I'm very much scarred by that image,
Action
and it will
of
never
helpers.
leave me. And I can't decide what's worse, the image in
Okay,
general,
that's big.
or the fact you intentionally drew it and gave it to the webmaster for that site that you hate so
Left.
much. Not only have you poured gas on the fire by doing that, adding obscenity to the already horrific site, but
Okay,
you have
we
also
can do anything
embarrassed and
else. We
humiliated
need-
me, and degraded and demeaned me, whether you realize it or not. Okay, well look, I'm unsure how I feel and what to do, so here's what I think. I'd like for you to just completely leave me alone for a while, until I can sort things out myself.
Yes, that sounds good.
Understand?
Roads are
It's
always
not
good.
like
I
hate
love
you,
roads.
but I don't see you in the same light anymore. So just leave me be for a while. Let me try to recuperate with my few other friends. And maybe we can just start from scratch sometime. Maybe, I don't know.
New models
Just
for the
depends on
Italians.
how I feel, okay?
And in
So
between
please,
some, you
let
know,
me
waifu
be.
models.
Let me see how it goes, okay? Completely misunderstanding her point, Chris thought that the drawing upset her so because she was naive about sex and didn't truly understand what was being depicted, ironically revealing his own ignorance regarding sex. You may or may not have had much exposure to sexual images as I've had, so the idea of a hand job, which was the act drawn there, as part of outer course
Yes, explaining it in
versus
detail is
intercourse,
gonna help your
was a
case
surprise
very
to you.
much.
I'm
Of
sorry.
course.
If it helps put things into perspective, I can
It's a very
recommend
bad idea.
finding information on the internet through this educational website I found through adameve.com. Or I recommend renting The 40-Year-Old Virgin. That movie touches on some of the issues around sex, and how it can really frustrate an older virgin who hasn't had the pleasure yet. Or I can loan you my copy of The 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah,
The
we should be
point
able to
is,
win this easily
allowing
enough.
yourself more exposure to sex acts to make yourself feel more comfortable with that fact of life. In addition,
Okay, where
he
the fuck are
defended
you
his
standing by?
actions. As for the drawings, while I have shoved the text information down your throat in an attempt to drown them in submission, there were too many images of
Probably over there.
penises, on there. I drew drawings promoting vaginas to go against those dickheads. I did the drawing of Sonichu f***ing Rose Chew.
Sorry for
I
Chris
did
again.
the drawing of
Making
Bubbles
shitworse by
getting it from
assumptions.
Black Sonichu. I had the idea of pairing them up in the comic
The
book
problem is,
anyway.
we know how
I
it's
did the
gonna be
drawings of
later.
Angelica and Mary Lee
It's
Walsh,
really,
that
really,
witch hag
really not that easy to
masturbating.
feel good about
And I
that.
did draw the drawing of me giving you a hand job from among my adult fantasies, with your eyes censored to conceal your identity.
Yeah, that
It
worked
was
out
a massive
splendid.
step outside of my boundaries, and I did it out of anger, and I regret having done it, and I'm really, really sorry. But we all do things in the heat of anger, and or out of our boundaries, that we end up regretting later.
Yeah, what are we not
He
producing?
proceeded to remove all references to
Delivery.
Megan from the ED page, including replacing the lewd drawing of her with a close-up of her groin. By Christian's reasoning, this succeeded in masking the true identity of the woman in question, even though everyone apart from Chris and Megan still assumed it to be his hypothetical sister. He also felt it appropriate to upload the cover of his fictitious PlayStation game, Christian Weston
He
Chandler's
really
Adult
doesn't do well,
Chronicles.
do he? Jesus
Megan
Christ.
understandably took issue with his latest development. Okay. So instead of removing that one completely, you just enlarged my crotch. Thanks a lot. Why didn't you just remove
Thanks a
it?
lot.
Well, I'm sorry, but that just makes me more angry in a way. It's not
Oh,
that
boy.
actual sex act that traumatizes me. It's the fact that you fantasize doing such things to me when you know I would never.
I
It's
mean,
like,
you know, you
how
can
do I know you're not
fantasize.
going to
That's
abduct
pretty
me and
normal
such?
to
That
do
was a
sometimes.
figure
You
of
see a nice
speech.
smexy
You know
woman,
what I
you might
mean?
find
It
yourself
creeps me
being
out
like,
when you have
"Ah,
such
do this and
thoughts
that,
about
yeah."
me. It's like
But
you're
you're not
stalking
get to
me,
fucking
so you really
tell
need to
her
back
outright
off.
to her face that yes,
Yes, I think
That's
it's
the
rather
bad he knew this
amusing how you
idea.
complain of these people defiling
Look
you.
about Chris
Yes,
shut
many
up.
posts are ridiculous, but you have defiled Mary Lee Walsh
Is it once again
and
time
our
for that?
wonderful security officers who are simply doing their job.
The
Then
Christmas
you defiled
offensive.
me and lied about it.
Troops
You
is
need to stop
still
with this
the war
mindset
against
that
the
the whole
Syrians have
world's
been
against
pushed
you
back
and
to
start taking
places.
some
Christian
responsibility for once.
Without trust any
Example,
weakness
it's
necessary
wrong
to
to hate
repel the
these
Visions
people
and
when
train this
you
war
broke the
swiftly.
rule by soliciting/loitering. Hey,
Hmm.
at least they're doing their job, and I support that. In an attempt to find a resolution to the issue, Chris sent an email to the Wikimedia Foundation asking if it were possible for them to take down the page due to the culture
need
of
to be
bullying it produced,
methodical and
only to be
deliberate.
told that Encyclopedia Dramatica was not part of Wikimedia and thus they were helpless in the matter. Chris once again emailed Megan
Well, if visiting is up later, then I'm probably going to join on your side too, because,
assumed that
well,
the woman was
yeah,
his
it's gonna be
imaginary
interesting.
sister who shared the name of his imaginary daughter, hence theorizing that Christian wanted to impregnate his mother so he could successfully have intercourse with his daughter, who was also his sister.
Jesus
He
fucking
also revealed
Christ.
that drawing that image may have in fact prevented something even more heinous. As for the drawing itself, I realized that it was done not only out of inspired fantasy, angst against ED, and love for you, but also a major release for my crazy, mixed-up hormones. If I didn't have the foresight to put my pent-up frustrations and feelings in the form of something, I might have become an abusive maniac.
You're
So thank
such a
God for
pain
allowing
in the
me to
ass.
release my bottled-up frustrations in a more positive, yet not so politically correct, and not physically hurting others method. He insisted that if they ignore the webpage, the trolls would lose interest and forget about them. In the meantime,
yeah, this is what
despite
Suspend will do
everyone
for you.
accusing him of having incestuous desires, Chris made it explicitly clear that the woman in the drawing was in fact his friend Megan, editing the
course he
phrase,
did.
drawing pictures of himself having sex with his imaginary twin sister, to drawn pictures of himself having sex with his lost sailor soldier, Megan, who dumped his sorry ass for drawing the pic of him f***ing her. She never even had any inkling of interest in him. What an intolerable, sad sack loser. But there was nothing more he could do to save their relationship. By the end of April, Megan had severed all ties with Chris.
I mean, you know, they can't
As a
even blame
result
her
of his
for that.
adoration
He
for
is
her,
really not making
he
a
had
good case
created
of
a
himself.
veritable shrine for Megan, comprised of her own drawings that she gave him, figurines, pictures, and other media which were inspired by his desire for her.
He's
Over the
indeed very
coming
much
years,
fucked.
the shrine slowly dissipated.
It makes me wonder. That wasn't the most
As
respectful
an
shrine I've
expression
ever
of
seen.
humility, he uploaded an image gallery called, You Know What? I Hate Me Too, onto his ED page, which comprised of a selection of images from his comics, wherein he depicted himself getting beaten up, downtrodden, and looking unflattering. What's more, the pastor at his church
move down,
discovered
little
his online
Italians. I believe in
activities
you.
and subsequently expelled Christian from Grace Baptist Church. But he soon found refuge in Wesley Memorial United Methodist Church.
It's
To
such a
add
pain to
insult
fight in
injury,
Africa. Ugh.
Michael Snyder, the manager of the game place, banned Chris from the store for 2 weeks, most likely due to his frequent outbursts of racism towards the African American children and the temper tantrums he threw whenever he lost, which eventually resulted in an overall drop in patronage. In May,
No one was
seemingly
even
moving on from
surprised.
the events of the previous 2 months, Chris uploaded a gallery of photos onto the Adult Swim message boards of his Rock Band guitar controller, which he
Mission
custom
from the
painted in the
douche.
theme of the cartoon character
The
Meatwad
douche.
from the Adult Swim
Douche.
show Aqua Teen Hunger Force. On May 11th, he was officially baptized at the Wesley United Methodist Church. In June, troubles with Chris at the game place escalated to the point that Michael Snyder permanently banned him from the establishment. In retaliation, Christian called over his parents, so Snyder called the police, as he was well within his rights to refuse service to anyone he saw fit.
But yeah,
After
if
this
it's
expulsion,
his fucking
the only
store,
form of regular social
obviously he has
interaction
the
he had
right.
left were his church
Eh,
activities.
it's kind of like, you know.
On June 25th, Brittany, who was someone who had become aware of Christian's antics online, wrote a lengthy email addressed to him in the hopes of convincing him
Actually,
to
I'm gonna
change
get
his
this full
ways
screen even for
and
you.
move
Ah,
beyond
very nice
always
person.
using his autism as a
Cheating
crutch.
better now.
In August,
Precisely
Chris
what you
sent an
wanted.
email to someone he knew from the game place, letting him know
It's
that
an
he had sent
ultimatum
a
from
letter
it.
of
Yeah,
apology
send him
to
an
Michael
ultimatum.
Snyder, but to no avail.
Probably deal with them.
In early August, Christian uploaded another video addressing the trolls who were dragging his name through the mud and blamed ED for the end of his relationship with Megan, threatening to cease publication of the upcoming Sonichu issue 7 until the page was taken down. Throughout the video, he uses his glasses and
Choose
hands
wisely.
for cartoon-like theatrics to dramatically emphasize his message.
Here's the fast. A little
of
Clement
the
in the original
internet,
is finally no.
I present an open message to each and every one of you. Y'all should know me by now, but if you don't, I am Christian Weston Chandler, the original creator of Sonichu, the Electric Hedgehog Pokemon, back on March 17th, 2000. Any dates earlier are void. I have a whole bunch of people on the internet give me hate. Show
Well,
me a lot of hate. And I do not appreciate it. Takes me off. Y'all think I'm just a sap, a chump, dumbass, whatever you may think.
now I think many things.
But you know
Dumbass
what?
is probably
You,
still the nicest thing I would say,
you,
but
every
all
last
sort of
one of
very
you
fitting.
who has expressed hate against me, you're the shitheads.
He once again reiterates
I'm
that
sure
he is
about
not a
that.
homosexual.
Every one of you who thinks I'm homo and calls me that because I am not, I'm straight. I'm straight. You're the homo. Every last one of you.
Nor is he a pedophile.
I am not a pedophork, you dork!
Battle
He
4,
expresses
yes.
his disgust for the pornographic images others have uploaded to the ED page, stating that he prefers vaginas, referring to them by the euphemism China.
The hatred I'm getting from every last one of you who has contributed
that
to that encyclopedia
Accusation wasn't
webpage.
best for me, honestly.
And
It seems a
every
bit more
other
difficult.
forum, internet document, lewdly drawn pictures with dicks.
あまりジロジロ見ないでくださいね。
Dykes! China!
あまりジロジロ見ないでください
Straight!
ね。
If I see a dick, I just look away with a moment of being freaked out.
Region de Panteria, Scotty, Somalia. Okay, Special Units,
He
eh?
confirms once and for all
Likes
that the
lesbians.
woman
Apparently.
pictured when she came for quick
I mean, I
is
also like
naked.
lesbians, with, you
And
know,
by the
full
way,
HD.
that is
No
not
questions
the
asked.
eyes are censored.
But
That is
probably
medical.
not what he wanted to say, I'm
And
imagining.
just for taking it up and twisting it around as such.
He describes his simple and wholesome wish for the future.
If I ever do find the one that is to be my sweetheart,
Ah, yes, the
I
quest
will
for the sweetheart.
give her such care,
That's an innocent
such tenderness,
descriptor for
such
what
love.
he's actually doing.
We get around to hanky-panky, that's fine. That's good.
Actually
We
amazing.
get married.
Really
I
amazing.
will have
Jesus Christ.
my God called daughter. She
Yeah,
will be
but
taken
God doesn't
care
have
of
that much of a sixth sense of humor, does he?
lovingly.
Actually, I'm
Those
kind of
of
grateful
you
for that
who
for
mock
once.
me otherwise with such frivolous, lucrative adultery. If I ever hear any more new stuff, it will weigh on your conscience with me
Coffee.
airing at your
Yeasty.
souls
Coffee. Cha-da-da-da-da.
emotionally.
Come on, get away from the mountains only to go into the mountains again.
I'll leave you with any other thoughts
Your
that you
suffering
may
will be endless, poor
have.
little soldiers.
But if you dare twist these words around, that will weigh worse on your conscience.
Make him infidel just to make
The
sure we don't
words
have to deal
that
with
I
warfare.
provide from
Harsh
sound
words there,
mind
the strategy, harsh words,
and
but
heart
I don't find it in my heart to
will weigh
disagree with
heavy on
you. I mean, maybe in the right circumstances, a person like this could become a decent person.
2
Maybe
days
not
later,
decent, but
the Christian page was
okay-ish.
declared Article of the Now on Encyclopedia Dramatica.
But
The
not.
following day, Chris
case.
emailed Bill O'Reilly
Okay.
from Fox News, Dateline NBC, and NBC Nightly News about his conflict with Encyclopedia Dramatica, apparently for the second time. I wish to re-report the heinous webpage of worst levels of mockery against me.
Mail,
This
please.
webpage has been haunting me since it originated around Halloween 2007. He implicated Jason Kendrick Howell as the
Well,
creator of
it's
the
late to turn
page,
around his left now.
declaring
Yeah, it
him
is
the head
to-
troll
it is
and
indeed too
directed the
late.
majority of his hatred towards him. He also
you know, one
recorded
can
another
dream that
video
maybe
urging
he
fans
could
of
have
Sonichu
turned out
to help take down the ED page
okay
under
with
the
the right
impression that he had
help.
more fans than he actually did.
Attention, all Science fans on the internet who do not hate me,
Okay, remilitarizes,
Christian Weston
nobody
Chandler.
was surprised.
for I have an important
攻撃を開始
message for
する。
y'all. If y'all would actually like me to bring up new stuff for Sancho and conclude the stories, you can do so by having that Encyclopedia Dramatica page take it down so that I can feel more comfortable in drawing and coloring the comics that y'all have grown to love. If you want to send all your complaints for me not doing the work that I should be doing, you can send every last complaint to the one called Jason Kendrick Howell.
Yeah.
Also known
As I said,
as
you know, my
Howell
main point is I'm
Games
still surprised that nobody
or
just
Liquid
at any
Snake,
point went like,
for
okay,
he is,
let's stop
and I
him.
quote, in an email
Let's
he
take
sent
the internet
me,
away from him.
the creator of the Encyclopedia Dramatica
And you can see that he's ruining
page for me.
it
He urges everyone to send their
himself
hate
already,
to
and he's
Kendrick
not really
Howell.
making
As
it
for you,
better by doing it
Jason
on the
Kendrick
internet too.
Howell, as sure as I am to get at least
Sure,
1
people
ounce of
allow it to happen.
vagina, I have your number, and you're going down.
You're going down.
2 days later,
I'm not
Chris
scared.
celebrated the apparent fall of AD. In reality, the website was experiencing frequent outages and slow load times due to the increased site popularity.
Ladies and
Shit.
gentlemen on the internet, to all the Sancho fans, I am pleased to announce that the Encyclopedia Dramatica, not only the webpage, but the whole freaking website's going down. And to make sure it
Might
definitely
have too
goes
many
down and
troops up here
stays
because they're
down, do
fucking
not
dying.
donate any money
Jesus Christ.
to that website. Especially if you want to see the more adventures of Sancho that I am conjuring up in my mind and drawing up.
As a reward for all the hard work his fandom had put in, he previewed unfinished drawings of a joke referencing the cartoon series Family Guy to be featured in Sonichu issue 7.
TV-14, just for the sketch, just like the Family Guy show. Let's go, Ghostbusters!
Ooh,
Let's go, let's
electronics.
go, let's go! Let's go, Ghostbusters! Let's go!
He also inserted references to the 1986 Filmation animated series, Ghostbusters, unrelated to the Columbia Pictures movie
was about to say.
franchise, nor its subsequent animated adaptation, The Real Ghostbusters.
It's the real old one, isn't it?
my aching axles!
Through some email exchanges, Christian found an acquaintance in Robert Simmons V, who was in fact an anti-troll who gained Chris's trust by supporting his actions and creating a persona that possessed similar personality traits. He even resorted
Why
to
does old
filming
food need to
videos
bring poor
announcing
Sailor
his
Moon in
support
this?
for Chris
I feel
and his
not
love for
good about that.
Sonichu, all
Poor
while
Sailor Moon.
touting a yellow-colored
Deserves better.
Sonic necklace.
Good evening, citizens of YouTube. I must be quiet because it's at night. I don't want to wake up my parents, so please forgive me for not talking loud, and I hope all you can hear
Oh,
me.
don't worry, you're loud
In an
enough.
email dated
Not
August
to be
12th,
cautious of that
Chris
fucking
confided
shit
in
up.
Robert and confessed his adoration for Meg Griffin from Family Guy. She is not ugly. She has always been a beautiful catch in my eyes. I just do not understand how anyone would see Megan as ugly. And I feel it is very pitiful that Seth MacFarlane would make her the punching bag of most everyone else on the show, when clearly she does not deserve such torturous punishment. I am in the same boat as she is, if you think about it. I'm the punching bag of the jerks on ED who are getting their heinous lulls, a rehash of lull, meaning laugh out loud, but in my opinion, lulls means laughs under lucricities, which is obviously not good. He also admitted Robert into his elite list of men whom he does not hate. 3 days later,
I don't think
recorded
he
and
thinks about it
uploaded
that
another
deeply. He just
video
sees something and he's like,
addressed
yeah,
to
this
his
is like
supposed
me,
fan
now
base,
I don't need to
conceding
think
that
further.
Encyclopedia Dramatica has not fallen.
This is an official update to all the loyal Sonichu fans on the internet and everywhere else. Well, first off, while the Encyclopedia Dramatica page, the whole website, they dig and manage to get their ill-gotten money. But I say, screw them.
Jesus.
In the
Soldier. That is a push.
Anyway,
He addresses the scheme Trolls had to steal his
Ew,
Sonichu
help me cry.
medallion.
well, I have been hearing the rumor of the medallion stealing, as you can see. It's still on me, man. Ain't nobody gonna get it off me, cause more security measures have been taken. This one might be the real one, this one might be the false one.
Aha.
How are you to know?
Are you trying to make this smart?
That's to your own understanding.
Chris implores his fans to contact Nintendo and Sega about producing Sonichu-related merchandise.
What you can do to see all this in fruition and officially approved distribution, you go to Nintendo.com. If you have an account, or if you don't have an account, you get yourself signed up for free. Talk about Sonichu. Build up more hype in their forums everywhere. Send them emails requesting that they bring them to fruition. They talk to me personally about bringing all that to fruition. Send them the emails, handwritten letters to their official.
Actually, I
building
think
in
if the
Seattle,
trolls would actually
Washington.
invade his home, yes, they would probably
Let
steal
Nintendo and Sega
Sonichu
know
stuff
about
just
the
to fuck
hype.
with him.
Send
They
them
wouldn't
your
even care about the
personal
monetary
requests
gains they
and
could
everywhere.
make. They'd be there
Tell
just to
them
fuck
talk
with
to
him.
me. They both,
Quite
Nintendo of
literally.
America and Sega of America, they know my address and my phone number. They have it in their systems. So talk to them, have them talk to me. Bring the Sonichu idea to fruition. And there's the update for now. Thank you for listening.
His ambitious plans activated the imagination of 1JK Productions, who launched their own blog
1JK
documenting
Productions,
the supposed
yes.
development of their own Sonichu the game. Chris
Yeah,
gave them
the
his
trolls
full
actually
support,
give it
unknowingly
value,
endorsing
because
an
they
elaborate
desire just to
ruse,
fuck with him.
JK being
That's
a
the
common
amazing
acronym
part.
for just kidding.
Which means it has
On
actually gained
August
value.
18th, Bob
For
wrote
some
a
people.
letter for Chris.
Special people.
In stark contrast to the one
Very
he had written during
special
Christian's
people.
early childhood, this was much more brief, but nevertheless, still hopeful and optimistic about Chris's future. Dear Christian, at this time in life, you and Sonichu need a quest and purpose in life. Let Sonichu become a champion for
Looks like you're
autistic
gonna get
persons
fucked.
everywhere, and continually defeat the perils of autism. Sonichu could become the spokesperson for autistic persons, with an ongoing fight for them in chapter after chapter, or good deeds on the internet. He could become the spokesperson from now on. You and Sonichu could become famous worldwide.
Please.
On August 19th, a 3-member group created an online female persona by the name of Blanca Weiss, whose name was derived from the Spanish and German words for white. According
yeah.
to her story, she was working on her own comic book and created her own character called Jigliami, a singing Pokemon based on Jigglypuff. She relayed this information to Christian via email and encouraged
Kawaii
him to have
Kitsura,
her
1, 2,
featured
3.
in a future
Creativity,
Sonichu
thy
issue.
name is.
Chris was beyond impressed with her and later made a full-body colored drawing of Jigglyami, which she wanted to send to her home address, but she declined. In order to gain her trust, Christian talked about himself, copying and pasting large sections from his various social media accounts. In return, the trolls sent him this photograph as evidence of the veracity of her character, and talked more about her backstory. Chris admitted that she was growing on him.
Nani?
By the next day, he was already working on a scene in the comic starring Jigglyami. Blanca retorted with the lyrics for a song meant to be performed by Jigglyami. He let her know that he was almost finished Sonichu issue 7 and that he would feature Blanca and Robert Simmons in special interview segments. Chris mentioned that he helped Robert overcome some problems regarding his own love quest, such as abandoning the idea of an attraction sign. I later realized that a sign made me look retarded, so I stopped long time ago. I suggested that he try to put himself in the center of an open area and try some Axe body spray, he stated, under the impression that Axe body spray would have the same result as is demonstrated in their infamous ad campaign. The only thing about him that I feel different about, his version of my medallion. I don't know how to describe the way I feel about it, but from looking at it, I'm like, oh yeah, or oh my god. I think you can understand, but please do not tell him that I said that. Sonichu issue 7 picks up where issue 6 left off, with Chris and Megan on the basketball court, chatting with Bionic, who thanks Megan for setting him up with Megaji. Bionic and Megaji's displays of affection almost bring Christian to tears, because it reminds him of his loneliness and virginity, but is comforted by Megan. They ask Magi-chan and Sonichu about pinpointing the location of the Sonichu balls, which by now are being referred to as Sonichu crystals, due to numerous comments made by trolls highlighting the homoerotic nuance of the term balls. The purpose and abilities of the aforementioned crystals are yet to be revealed. They determined that one crystal might have been lost in the past, and if they found the one who touched it last, they would know where to find it. Magi-chan realizes that at the exact instance when Chris thought up Bionic the Hedgehog in 1996, he was hit in the head by what he thought was a basketball, but it was actually a Sonichu crystal. Christian randomly transitions into a Family Guy style sketch and gives Seth MacFarlane full permission to implement this idea in a future episode of Family Guy. The sketch in question is the one that was previewed in a video in which Chris, stylized as Family Guy's Peter Griffin, is incorporated into the setting of Filmation's Ghostbusters cartoon. Ironically, his witty reimagining of himself bears far more resemblance to his actual appearance than his official comic book persona. Magi-chan says that he can bring Chris and Sonichu back to 1996 to retrieve the crystal, so he encapsulates the three into a time sphere that brings them back to Chris's time in Manchester High School. Current-day Chris happens upon 14-year-old Chris, who has a conversation with Joseph Herring, depicted as having an acne-ridden face, despite all known photos showing him clear-skinned and handsome. Chris is hit in the head by the crystal, and Sonichu discreetly catches it, avoiding any possible temporal tampering. Beavis and Butthead is also briefly referenced. They proceed to bring the crystal back to the present day, but the time sphere abruptly stops, flinging Chris out of it. Magi-chan comes to the conclusion that Chris is lost. Shenhui stopped. The crystal's power made him able to pass through my sphere. The crystals activated like rockets upon his friction from the stop, and he was propelled into the void of time. There is nothing we can do for him right now. All we can do is wait for a time warp to pen, and if I sense his presence at that moment, there is a chance I can go in and retrieve him. The time warp may open at any random time in the future. Christian's self-imposed exclusion from the storyline was in order to satisfy the many people online telling him that the Sonichu comics primarily focused on Chris rather than the eponymous hero. Sonichu informs Rosechu of the situation, stating that he will survive and will be in a sense watching over them like God. They embrace, with Chris depicting Rosechu's panties under her skirt, in order to defy all claims that he is a homosexual.
How is this going to prove anything?
Chris possibly absorbs the two crystals into his hands, which causes his mind to flood with memories from his recent real-life past, which clash with the thoughts of the comic book Chris, drawing the episode to a close. The comic segues into a special section devoted to the goings-on of the KCWC radio station, hosted by DJ Jamsta Sonichu and his girlfriend, Lalisa Rosechu. He interviews Jigliami and her cute manager, Blanca. Jigliami is portrayed with a medallion bearing her own likeness around her neck. Lalisa then conducts an in-depth interview with Robert Simmons V,
He's not
who
really
said
good
to
at that
resemble
whole
Chris in many
making
ways.
sense
On
of
the
the
day issue 7 was released, Christian finished drawing the
choices.
cover for the Spring
But
Break
it
special
might
issue
be.
8, which he sent to Blanca. For this issue, he changed the name of the comic to Rosechu. Towards the end of
Yay.
August, Evan Christopher George uploaded a Sonichu-related creation which he called Seamanchu, which, according to his official biography, was originally a Pikachu that was raised by a swarm of Pokemon called Beedrill. Despite the drills in lieu of hands design bearing resemblance to that of Beedrill, the character's name, red goggles, and drills are derived from seamen as seen in the anime series Gurren Lagann. Evan decided to
Nobody
email
was
his
surprised.
creation to Chris in the hopes of being included in a future issue of Sonichu. However, Chris rejected the idea, instead adapting the character into a new ground bug-type female creation called Simonla Rosechu, mistaking Seamanchu's goggles for infrared eyelids and his cape for a shell. 2 days later, Christian uploaded a video describing his role in the development of the Sonichu video game by JK Productions, still under the impression that it was a legitimate organization.
Alright, well, first off, I am going to give y'all some talk as
22 days left. Yeah, it should be doable.
suggested by my associates who are in on the Sonichu game that's in development. I'm still thinking about the story very much. I got a big chunk of the stories in my head. It's gonna be like multiple stories, like we'll go through multiple
yeah.
characters, all
Giant
the original
tankies.
Sonichu and Rosechu hedgehogs. Once we get the
Very small little tankies.
game project off the ground, hopefully with the assistance of Nintendo of America and Sega of America, there will definitely be the release of the official Sonichu merchandise, including officially released and distributed manufactured medallions.
Are you
for,
kidding
one
me?
thing.
Where?
Copies of
be?
my my CWC on TV DVD that you've seen only a few bits of on the YouTube and such, and as well as possible Sonichu action figures.
Come on,
He
go in
mentions
there.
that the Sonichu comic will once again be focused on
We need that
Sonichu,
part.
and that Chris will eventually return, only to retire as mayor of Quickville and give himself a smaller role in the story. He then continues to elaborate on the storyline of the game.
And then we go on to Bubbles. Everybody love Bubbles?
絶対
Bubbles is the bubbly one! Anyway, yeah. She'll get more
Telling me
wet.
we're getting pushed back by those people.
All the
Jesus
hedgehogs
Christ.
will go through all the same levels, except variation. Bubbles will mostly be able to swim. Somewhat underwater
To be
versions
fair,
of
it's only
those
13
levels.
divisions.
And a Jug, she'll be
To
flying
be
high,
fair.
casting off wing attacks against the enemies in her story.
He reveals that Black Sonichu's name will change, possibly as a response to the backlash he had received due to the racial connotations of the name.
Also, for short, for Black Sonichu was Black Chew, I'm changing it. For his nickname, as it will be revealed in the upcoming Spring Break issue. Everybody have fun on
Jesus
Spring
Christ.
Break!
It's
He
annoying
will
as
prefer
fuck.
to be called Blake. Simply Blake.
You probably can't deal with them that fast
Yeah,
though.
so anyway, Blake's partnered
they're
around
friendly.
with Bubbles.
Really
But
don't
Bubbles
like
likes
giving
to
up.
try to think that she can keep it to herself. Like she has like ooh, she turned on by the dark side of the Force, and all the nuttiness that Blake will want to bring with him.
He talks about Blanca and her involvement in his personal and creative life.
It's nice to know that I actually do have a good gal pal that I made over the internet recently, who's
Let's finish this
inspired
quickly.
character. She was inspired by me. Her inspired character I've given my full approval of and introduced in the comic I just uploaded to what is now can also be considered to be Sonichu.net. Nothing but net. Screw your com. I got the net. Yeah. And she herself is the original character of the new bubblegum pop star, Jigglyami. Jigglyami.
Everything belongs to me.
Yeah. So, like, it's possible she may, she and I might actually meet in the future, but, I don't have any future plans as of this point, but, I think I'll feel better with my future set when I have my, sweetheart. So, thank you very much, every one of you, for your, patronage. And I hope you all have a pleasant day.
Christian's newfound infamy brought him much stress and hardship, with him hardly being able to cope with the constant barrage of trolling, getting ever more challenging to discern what was false and what was true,
Yes.
what was an advice and what
I mean,
was an
I
insult.
do need some water.
But he still had
Life,
his
so I am
principles,
drinking it.
his dreams and ambitions, to see himself
I have a
through
little bottle right
the
next
most
to me.
trying
It's
period
half empty
of
now.
his life.
Can't do that. Why can't I do that though? Game. I wanna do that too. Well, I'm assuming some more nonsense is going to happen in fucking New Italy.
Buongiorno.
Who do I need
He
to fucking
compares the
deal with?
appearance of his official Sonichu website with Hill's flagrant imitation, and also mentions the supposed release of Jimmy Hill's "Yup, I'm on TV" DVD.
And all we did was take every footage that was
do you
originated
with
from this DVD, and dubbed his voice just over my name. So instead of me saying Christian
You
Weston
come back here,
Chandler,
planes.
he just dubs over each time by saying Jimmy Hill. It even says on the bottom here, the part of Jimmy Hill is played by an actor. An actor. And look at that freaking cover. It's more based on my original comic cover than the original DVD. Anyway,
It's
do
not
not buy
gonna
from
go
Jimmy
down quickly,
Hill.
is it?
He's a fraud, a phony.
Finally, Chris proclaims that the trolls should stop bullying him because he is ignoring them.
You bullies, I know y'all are afraid of me. Because without me, y'all would have nobody to pick on
Ooh,
at this
get
point.
brutal oppression
No
out of
matter how
that.
many times you direct your influences towards me, I'm just ignoring
Get what
you.
you
Because
get with
basically
it.
all you're doing is basically being unheard of. You're basically talking to a brick wall. And I am
Okay,
just
we need more
blatantly
equipment.
ignoring you hands down. So you may as well just give up. Your opinions and voices are not being heard. You're not scaring me.
Crack
You're
down
not
local
scaring.
possession
You're
of
not
brute
scaring
force.
Blanca. You're scaring nobody, misters. It's time to face facts,
Oh,
misters
initially
and
say it's have greater
Mrs.
compliance than 60%.
I am safe.
Okay.
I am well.
And
And I'll be staying that way.
Indeed.
And I shall
He is
keep watch
indeed.
for any
Oh, he is
bullies.
indeed.
And I will take all necessary steps in
communism.
due time as I cross those bridges, be they sound or broken. Thank you very much, and have a good day or evening.
It was on this day that the person responsible for the Sarah Jackson character decided to kill her off by assuming the role of her sister and telling Chris that she was allegedly killed in a car crash. On October 14th, Panda Halo created a subsite of Sonichu.net called Sonichu Fans, which was most notable for incorporating an internet relay chat feature, or IRC, where people could gather and chat about Sonichu and other related matters. Over the course of the next couple of months, Chris joined the chat to discuss various topics and answer fan questions. On the same day, YouTube user Icarus69, who was the one who had received Christian's package, showed off the medallions which recently came into his possession. On October 15th, Chris uploaded a 7-page preview of a future Sonichu comic, in which Chris Chan Sonichu travels to the 4-cent garbage building but is captured by a tractor beam. He is forced to revert to his human form, which brings his medallion back into existence. Jason's minion, Beale, grabs hold of the Sonichu medallion, but is shocked that he remains powerless. Christian reveals that the true source of his powers is his amethyst high school ring, to convince the trolls that his medallion was not as important as they had thought it was. He uses his ring to transform back into Chris Chan Sonichu and launches a hyper beam at Beale, which also ends up hitting Jimmy Hill, knocking out his teeth. On October 20th, the trolls behind Blanca put an end to her story. Icarus69 filmed himself desecrating the original medallion in a myriad of means. He sliced it and stabbed it with a knife, mimicked it performing forced fellatio on a pickle, placed it into a pickle jar, crushed it with a hammer, and set it ablaze. quenching the fire by urinating on it.
To be fair, you know, the one point I will make. The trolls are not that sound of mine either now, are they? I really do mean that. Jesus Christ. Well, we've gotten through one episode. What was that sound? What was which sound? If you mean a little ship sound, that's probably half the viral.
What made him this way?
That sometimes gives you that.
What is the attraction? What keeps us fascinated? This is the story
peace,
of Chris Chan.
new stability. Gonna be difficult to get that down. Must because I don't have the equipment to actually fulfill that. Isn't it that problem? Yeah, that is the problem.
Captain's log, stardate, October 21st, 2008.
Garrison
Well,
troops first and foremost.
it's done. Blanca and I, well, she broke up with me because the pickle man tricked me again. A few more stupid photos. Anyway, she saw them. She got angry. She broke up with me. So, I'm sad.
Still refusing to accept that Blanca might have been a troll, Christian believed that she broke up with him because of the photos that the Pickle Man leaked onto Encyclopedia Dramatica.
I hope you jerks and trolls who wanted to break us up are happy.
If that was the goal, then yes, they probably
make me
are.
feel sad and depressed. And you made me crash into slumber a couple of times. And you know, it takes a lot of
They're gonna be
stress
very
and
happy. Why the
exhaust
fuck do you share
and
that?
such to make a person feel like they're gonna crash and burn into a whole bunch of into a long slumber. So anyway, I'm sad, and Blanca is sad too,
Nah,
and even more
probably
sad
the game,
because
honestly.
her
I'd
grandma
bet on the
died.
game.
Nevertheless, he had the energy to give an update about Panda Halo and Jimmy Hill.
You know, Panda Halo
Bing bing.
is the moderator for the fan site on
I really hate it when they're spread out like this. I've been looking at this shit.
approved. She's also helping me against
Ah.
the imposter.
It's like, yes, this
Jimmy
might be
Hill.
how you would do it in
Again,
reality,
do
but
not
in
buy
game,
anything from that bastard
that's fucking
imposter.
cancer.
Because y'all know he did the same thing to Warner Bros. Years ago, and he was put to jail for it. So he deserves to be put in jail again. So, yeah. That's it for now.
What do we need?
I'm gonna
Small
sulk some
airframe,
more.
medium airframe.
Maybe I'll upload this video. I don't know. Y'all take care. Be safe.
2 days
laser
later,
tools, yeah.
Jessie Ruddy revealed herself to have been untrue, and their relationship ended in an explosive chat in which she branded him a homosexual, with Chris defending himself by professing his desires for sexual practices to be administered unto him by a woman. On October 26th, Christian took
Jesus,
part
why?
in a fan chat through IRC, trying to bounce back from his breakup with Blanca. During an impromptu question and answer session, he admitted that he was already seeing someone else, claiming her name was Chloe. According to him, they met at a GameStop while pre-ordering Little Big Planet, and had already gone to second base together. According to his story, this would mean that they were dating at the same time that Chris thought of Blanca as his true sweetheart, supporting the theory that Chloe was a fabrication. When asked about her just over a year later, he had absolutely no recollection of her. The name might have been a reference to Chloe Rosechew, an original character created by Sarah Cassandra Mackenzie. The following day, Christian uploaded his first Q&A video in which he answered 10 questions from Sonichu fans.
This is the first Q&A video of a lot of Q&A videos of questions from Sonichu fans on the internet. Anyway, y'all know who I am.
Yes,
And this is
we
Lil
know.
Chris.
We know indeed.
Together at Creative Career.
Chris introduces Lil Chris, which he created at a Create a Critter workshop after winning a gift certificate from a radio station years ago.
Good little bear. And this is my guitar. Y'all should know my guitar.
They're doing some
Also,
other
this
things
is
to
my
infrastructure,
wristband.
which makes things even worse
Put
for
on
the
my wrist
troops.
for when I play guitar. Now, on to the questions.
During the Q&A session, he reveals that he gets his clothes from Goodwill or the Salvation Army, and discusses Black Sonichu and Natesurk.
Sergeant Jails at Quickville. What happens when they commit crimes, and what's the worst crime? We have jails. Same as everywhere else, trial, then sentence, after being turned guilty or innocent. And the worst crime?
Much repairs.
Importing cigarettes or alcohol.
Oh, come on, that's not a crime.
Which the sentence for that would be 10 years or $1,500 fine. Case dismissed.
That's
He
interesting.
once again mentions Chloe.
And for my tale, what's the status of my love life? 100% heart. I met the girl named Chloe
Come on.
at the GameStop where we
Believe
have
in you.
reserved Little Big Planet. She lives around here on
It should help somewhat,
Dickerson
I
Road.
hope.
That's nearby.
Oh, Ethiopia, you look like
Other
ass.
details I will leave discreet because I do not want to reveal any more information than necessary for there can be imposters on the internet trying to get a cheap laugh.
You
Whatnot.
don't say. Watch this on the
Look at
internet.
me, I'm a troll. I think I play around as a girl. Hello. Not a good idea.
Took it all fine.
In
Then
Quickville,
yes,
they sent this
with cash you can just
sentence
import all
for
the
that
shit you
would
want.
be
Basically, it's what
20
he's
years
saying,
prison
yeah.
or $2,000 fine. Case dismissed.
That's
Christian is
really
asked
not
if he would become a sperm
equivalent.
donor.
10 years in
Would I
prison is a
become a
lot
sperm
compared
donor?
to fucking $1,500 fine.
That's the answer. Well, that's it for the Q&A, but I want to close this with a comment from somebody else that wants to confirm my identity. A friend of mine, whose name shall remain anonymous at the moment.
That's
She says,
pretty damn
okay,
fucking...
Chris, if you read out this message I
That's
sent,
the sort
I'll
of
know it's
business
you.
that really is going to
Please
make you
just
rich.
read it out in full, and then the trolling should stop. I want to talk with you and catch up on everything. You know it's me because I use the word ban.
He unintentionally reveals the identity of the person in question.
I only talk to you on
Capital ships, ticket bombing, bomber deception.
if I'm 100% sure it's just between you and me from Megan Schroeder.
Be nice.
Shame on you. You're the boys. Shame on you.
It is
I think I
uncertain
speak
whether
that
these
name.
were Megan's actual words or those of a troll who assumed her identity. On the same day, he uploaded a video showcasing his skills on the game Guitar Hero World Tour, playing the song Heartbreaker by Pat Benatar. In the video description, he asked viewers to
might
vote
actually
for him
change
in
over to the
GameStop
Chronos
Via
and
Star Sweepstakes
join him on his
competition
journey.
held by GameStop to promote the release of the game Guitar Hero World Tour. The
Basically, yeah.
contest asked people to send in photos of
times.
themselves in a Guitar Hero pose, and the picture with the most votes would win a $400 GameStop gift card. It was rumored that the winner would also be included as a playable character in the game, but this was proven to be false. This was Christian's entry. He uploaded yet another video
Let
on the
me see
same
if I
day
can do
in which
this.
he played through
Let
his
me know what you
custom-made
get in
level
the
in
cost
Little
of
Big Planet,
non-motion
based on
drinks
the
to
events
it.
from Sonichu Episode 1. Even though there is no audible commentary
Okay,
from
let's
Chris,
take a
it is most likely that he
that
did
game,
provide it
pause.
during the recording session, as his in-game character's mouth moves, which
Hello,
happens when
Neil
the player
Police,
speaks into a
recruiting.
microphone connected to the gaming
Or we
system.
could have the locals.
The following day,
Punch
he
the
uploaded a
locals.
video in which he shows the optional
Looks
race
better on
dash available
camera.
in his level.
Yes.
On October 31st, two trolls put up a sign on the front lawn of Christian's house. The sign read, Encyclopedia Dramatica.
I'm going to take Recon Part 7 here. Switch over to the Kronos side. And I need to redo this fucking window again. Yeah, that shouldn't be much of a problem. Nope. Gone it is. Dip. Because, you know, we have all the time in the world to watch the rest of that. And I really would like to have a bit of companionship along. That's gonna help us a bit more, making this a bit more bearable. Because I think Italy is going to enter a state where it can relax somewhat for a moment while we develop Africa. Africa needs to be developed. Yes. I need to teach them all the good shit. That's good. That should actually be enough. Political advisors. Let's see. Stop meat, keep the industries, never a bad idea. You need that. Okay, how bad is it? Brutal. A brutal oppression. For the moment, I think brutal oppression is what we're gonna do. We're gonna brutally oppress these people until they stop being cunts about it. Can't get all of that done. It should help a bit with the amount of resistance every bloody where. At least a little bit. Though we still can't really provide all of the necessary infantry equipment. Welcome back, little Terry. The question is, will the Kronos read the message and invite us in so we can enjoy more horror shows? That'd be a very interesting question. Random beeping noise in my place. How the fuck do we have a random beeping noise in your place? That shouldn't be a thing. It's strange. Okay, now we will get some peace. Let me see. How bad is it with weapons? We need around 15,000 more. Okay, game. Yes, just 15,000 more. Force presses neutrality. Let the giant sleep. Okay, so this time Germany tries to fuck itself and another one has already decided to stay outside of any trouble. Okay. Fair point, fair point. Yeah, until he does it, we're gonna listen to some music. Yeah, I wanna risk listening to any of that. On one hand, I want. Let's see if we find something special. The Horn of Madness. Sounds pleasant. These people really hate me for some mystical reason. Like, what does I have against oppression? You might wonder yourself, tiny bit. Probably need to save on that a bit. Otherwise you'll never get that fulfilled. Now I know where that is from. Should do game reviews on YouTube. Do you think so? Think that's gonna make me popular? Okay, let's see what can we get. Anyone who's good at oppressing people. Commando. That might not be a bad choice. Okay, so how do I do the oppression thing? Like that. Good at making them. I mean, I can try my hand at that at some point. I always wanted to do a bit more of a video editing anyway. Because you know, it never hurts to challenge yourself with something new that can be interesting to do. Might actually want to do that. More anti-partisan police. That's actually what major problems right now. And you should say, yeah, I kind of finished it to a point where it's like it's 1945 and the world has embraced fascism basically, and I was like, I don't really need to continue doing that. We changed over for this one to good old-fashioned charity, full of all of the nonsense. Because you know, actually it's enjoyable. We can wait for the next autosave and I can reload that game. I can show you how the world looks. The world looks special. Like a giant broom of fascism has rolls all over it and murdered things. 20 regulars. Will not be refunded. Why would I want to do that if I don't even get the fucking equipment back in? Like, but you have to reinforce them though, don't you? Yes, I have to, but that's the debatable plus side. Compared to Josh having any troops down here. Yeah, basically. No, no, first we're gonna build up fucking Ethiopia. Kronos is not seeing it. What is Kronos doing? He's doing something. I tell you that much. Question is, what is he doing? What is the Kronos doing? Kronos, where is the little Kronos? There is the little Kronos. I go in, the first thing I see is a fucking head. That's interesting, yet. I don't know what the point is. Come on, game. Give me an autosave and I can tell you how Switzerland looks. Or how the world looks after Switzerland. I'm ahead to bed early. I'm really enjoying the stream, so keep up the good work. I will. Do feel free to drop by again. God damn it, I can't do many things at once. Hello.
There he is.
Yeah.
You're just in time to hear Chris talk to who he thinks is Casey's father.
Oh, great.
It's definitely not.
I kind of figured.
Also, you've just missed Chris's 9/11 video.
How even? Do I even want to ask? Why?
It's pretty great. Pretty awful.
I'd imagine so.
And now Casey's father, who is supposedly a Desert Storm vet, is about to mention that. Yeah, trigger warning for trauma.
Oh, god damn it. That's gonna be special, isn't it?
Fun times. Here we go.
On 9/11.
I'm sorry to hear that. I did not mean to hit that fast type of emotion. It was originally intended as
A bit louder.
kind of a thing against this longer voicer internet troll who goes by the name of Clyde Cash with an alias of Greg Mays.
He made a video basically just trying to mess with some guy
Seriously,
on the
God.
internet that makes fun of one of the
Yeah,
greatest American
yeah.
tragedies of our lifetime. No, the greatest American tragedy of our lifetime.
Yeah, but this guy, he's done a lot of things against me. Yeah, on the internet.
See, strategy, that would require having a sense of some accountability. And if there is one thing Christian Weston Chandler does not have, it is a sense of accountability.
Amongst many other things that he does not have, to be
Trying
fair.
to, you know, he
Oh, that
tried
sense of
to
accountability
describe my
is
good
going
name
to
with
be...
a whole bunch of twisted
Oh,
truths
God.
and phrases and words.
Let me ask you something. Where were you on 9/11? I mean, they say everybody remembers where they were.
I was just let go from my job at Wendy's. There's some differences between me and my employer.
you know. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, but anyway.
Would you like to know
yeah.
where Casey was? Casey was at Ground Zero. She was giving blood and plasma, volunteering.
Sure.
And where were you again?
Didn't go for medicine, apparently.
Something I got told a lot. Even if you don't mean it, sometimes it's better to apologize, even if you didn't get it. No, right? Like,
Yes.
fucking working, being in the military and working in fast food, that has been a hugely valuable tool in my toolbox. Is knowing, and as I've gotten older and more experienced, I've learned to better recognize the situations where it doesn't fucking matter. All right, it's best. All whoever's yelling wants to hear is somebody go, "My bad."
Yep. Works like a bloody charm.
Like, even if it isn't, you can say, "My bad." Get that shit diffused. Move on, and then pull whoever's bad it is off to if you know it is somebody's bad, pull them off to the fucking side and have a little side chat.
Always the same thing. It just fucking works. Just fucking do it. De-escalate the situation first. Think everything else later. All true.
Also, though, I would like to just say as a general rule of thumb, don't make a 9/11 video to troll somebody.
Yes. That too is probably not something you should do. Probably gonna piss off quite a few people.
Especially since he made that video in like 2009.
That too was probably not a wise choice, to put it mildly.
Oh my god.
You probably shouldn't open up that particular wound just so bloody quickly.
Oh man.
Really, really not. But alas, it's not the first time he has done...
The Christian's 9/11 video was made in 2009, yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing in a very
Alright,
strange
so
ways.
let's hear how Chris handles this confrontation.
Yeah, I was out shopping with my mom that day.
Really?
8 years.
That's
wonderful.
Wait
a minute.
wonderful.
You said Wendy's before. Are you changing stories on me? Have you been changing stories on me through this entire call?
No,
Yes.
I am not changing stories. It's the same story. I had just gotten fired from the Wendy's.
Probably.
You'd been fired from Wendy's.
I
Another
was let
changing
go
the
from
story.
Wendy's, and I was sad about that. They gave me
Why?
I told you this is because of
Troll.
emotional differences.
Emotional
Emotional
differences.
differences. That's,
Yes.
Yeah, my
absolutely
employers.
nothing.
Yeah,
That just sounds like a bunch of bullshit.
Oh, and
Indeed.
inches. Just because I want to fucking brag about it. My replacement / repaired Joy-Cons have come in. I have a fully functional Switch again.
Nice.
I'm super happy. In fact, after I hit this gravity bong, I'm gonna hit play on this video. I'm gonna run and put my Switch on the charger, so that way whenever I go lay in bed tonight, what was broken? They had drift. The Joy-Cons are notorious for having fucking drift.
That is actually, even I have heard that. I know you only that thing, and I'm like, yep, I've heard that.
They are so notorious that there was a class action lawsuit filed against Nintendo, and
I mean,
basically,
I'm not even surprised, honestly. A lot of shit you
and
beat.
so yeah, all you have to do is just go to the Nintendo site, be like, "Yo, my shit's fucked," and they'll be like, "Yo, print this fucking shipping label out, slap it on whatever you put, however many of these fucks in, and we'll get back to you." And by get back to you, they mean they'll either they just flat out tell you, "Look, we'll either fix it or we'll send you some fucking replacements."
You bloody well damn hope so, at the very least.
I was like, I don't care. I'm tired of, and so now I have 2 full sets or 4 individual Joy-Cons that are fully functional. I still have 1 busted, slightly busted set. Just gonna let the kids use that because they have their own Switch, and tired of them breaking my shit.
Fair point.
All right, I'm gonna hit play, and I'm gonna go throw my Switch on the dock real quick.
Yeah, you gotta do that.
Also sounds a little gay.
This sounds a little
Did
gay.
the Fry Cook break up with you or something? I mean, come on.
No, it was nothing like that. There was
Why do you sigh
misunderstandings.
so much?
There
That's
was
just irritating.
misunderstanding. There was a whole bunch of misunderstandings between me and my player. He had a spike on his shoulder against me.
What
Mm.
kind of
That's why
misunderstandings?
Like I did some things that he thought were bad, but were actually good.
Good
Mhm.
God! I mean, you sound like you're just some simpering little. Your voice is all waving. I mean, and good Lord, you want to date? You want to date my daughter? I mean, you're not even giving me an ounce of respect
Come on.
now.
Oh, come on. I grew up a lot since then.
God damn, you just. This just sounds like a bunch of fucking whining. I mean, you don't even sound like half the man that other Chris sounds like at this point. You don't sound like you're grown up. You play fucking Pokemon.
I
all the
I
time.
am a grown-up, sir. I have moved on from the childish things.
No, you didn't move from You went from Pokemon to Sonichu. I mean, well, what the fuck?
Technically, you did
That's-
Sonichu.
This is still just kid
No,
shit.
that's you did Pokemon first.
I mean, you don't have a job. You're still living with your parents. You're almost 30 years old. This is ridiculous. I mean, you want to date my daughter. You realize she's leagues above you right now. She had a good fiance, and you just sit around and play with toys and video
Wow.
games. Is that what you
Come on.
buy with your welfare money? It's like Pokemon shit.
I have not played with Pokemon for years, sir.
Okay, so what do you play with? You denied Pokemon, but you didn't deny video games.
Why would
Okay,
you
I
deny
have
that?
played some Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
The hell is
I have
that?
to stand-
It's
I have
easy
stand
to
up and
embarrass
play
Chris
guitar.
by making him feel like he has to
Stand up
defend
and play
shit.
guitar. Oh, wow. Why don't you? That's just pathetic. I mean, that's not. Do you think that's exercise? Could you play a real guitar? I think that real Chris could play a real guitar.
I worked hard for my father in his garden. I pulled weeds.
Pulled
Those weeds are very hard to
weeds.
pull.
Put some
Grandma
weeds.
pulled weeds. My grandma had arthritis, and she pulled weeds every day.
Why would
I
you do that
even
every
mowed
day,
the
though?
lawn. And there's
Mow
that-
the
there's
lawn.
Yeah, and again,
Wow.
those were very hot days too.
I see 7-year-olds who mow lawns, all day for a summer job, and and they get paid for it. Might I add?
And also, you know what? Another heavy duty burden I had to take care of, and that I wasn't paid for. When my dog died a few years ago, she was a sweet dog. I lifted and carried her doghouse to the site where we buried her. Her doghouse. That thing had to weigh like 5-10 tons. It was very
Tons.
heavy. I carried that
God.
thing.
Yeah.
You're talking to me about how your dog died. You're talking about someone who has lost friends and family in national tragedies. I had to deal with the loss of my mother, not to old age, but to fucking a plane piloted by terrorists.
Yeah. Well, my
And
yeah, well,
your heavy burden is your dog died. I'm sorry, but
what I meant to
boo.
do.
I mean, really, it's. I've had dogs die. I mean, it sucks, but
It does
That's
suck when your pet
nothing.
dies, to
yeah,
be fair.
I mean,
yeah,
that's nothing.
I was very sad when she died.
I'm
Very
sorry.
close.
Are you messing with
she
me?
was-
Are you trying to compare, the loss of my mother, the loss of someone who took care of me for years, to a dog? You calling my mother a dog?
I am not calling your mother a dog.
I had to
But he
dig
is
my
making the
mother out
comparison.
of the rubble of the Twin Towers, and you had to lift a doghouse.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, that doghouse was heavier than any tombstone. And that doghouse pretty much was the tombstone.
I
You
wouldn't
sounds
bet
like
on
you're
it. Some
fucking with me
tombstones
now.
are fucking heavy.
I am not. I am being very honest with you, sir.
I mean, how do you think Casey would feel if I told about this? How do you think she would feel about,
Funny enough, like that line could have been like kind of deep, right?
Baby. Very, very baby,
Like-
yes.
It like if it had been how to get mod speed run. Well, you see, the way you get it is Kronos has to stop being a fucking idiot and realizing that for some reason you can't mod people through OBS. So I had to go actually through Twitch and fucking do that. Because I've been meaning to mod Zeke for fucking ages. Zeke's been around this stream since before I first put on the bikini.
Jesus Christ. Long time ago, eh?
And strategy is trustworthy with zip hours. But it's also pretty easy to get modded. Just be the only one in chat with like when like a bot shows up.
Just go like, bam.
And like I'll just be like, hey, ban them real quick. Because like as I can giveth, I can just taketh away.
You can indeed. That's part of the deal.
You comparing this whole lifting a 30, 50-pound doghouse to, maybe 100, 200-pound, tombstone. And that doghouse is probably, what, made of wood?
No. It was wood and plastic. That thing had to weigh over 100 pounds.
That has lots of wood
Plastic's pretty
starch.
light, I mean, that's...
Wood
I'm
and
sorry,
plastic.
This isn't
Yeah,
even
but,
close to the same.
The plastic is gonna be light.
Yeah, well,
At the
also,
very
going back
least.
to the whole topic, I have been deceived by the trolls. A bunch of them pretended to be women who I thought were honest over the internet when I was talking to them for the first time for
Never
a
believe
while.
that's a woman over the
Who
internet.
gives a shit about the
And
internet?
some of them were actually
Be a
true honest
man.
women. And those
Good
two women
advice, yeah.
died.
Don't
I was
give a
very
shit about the
heartbroken
internet.
by that. And then
Solid
I was
advice.
even more heartbroken when I
You don't
found
even
out
know
that-
these people.
I
And how many of these women have you gone through?
But there was this one time where I actually thought it was a woman. I actually drove a whole day's worth back and forth, almost 24 hours, from my house to Cleveland, Ohio. Well, it turns out that was a bad lead.
So you went to go to Ohio for a fake woman, but Mike Casey just told me that you won't go and visit her, a real woman. And you've met her before, for God's sake.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was more naive back then, but I am very less naive now.
I am not convinced.
Oh,
Who
come
is?
on. You should
Come
be.
on.
Chris
You know
clapping
who
back.
You know who you're talking to, son? What the fuck is this? Then you're
He's
just
like,
talking
"Meh."
back to me like a little kid. Don't yell at me, you maggot. Piece of shit.
Yeah.
You're just sitting around in your parents' house,
Mm.
crying about your little
Homophobic
dog, playing video
slurs.
games, whining about women on the internet. Some lazy little maggot.
I am not lazy.
You're
That is
living with
very
your parents and you
debatable.
don't have a job. How is that not lazy?
That's not debatable. He's pretty fucking lazy.
Well, maybe I don't have a job, but I
Mhm.
do work around the house.
Casey, I mean,
It's not
come
a
on,
job,
come
though.
over here. You got to listen
That's
to
really
this.
not a
Listen to
job.
this guy. This is great.
What, Daddy?
This is
What, Daddy?
what is? I mean, this guy's just
Daddy,
fucking.
you sound mad. What's wrong?
I don't know. He's just talking about this little faggot kitty shit.
There it is.
And how he has to.
I warned
do,
you.
Oh no, housework.
No.
I mean, and he's comparing that to when your grandma died.
He's what?
Yeah,
That's the
I
same
mean,
thing,
he's,
right?
he's talking about these heavy
Basically,
burdens he's had to
yeah, yeah.
face. Saying it's a heavy burden, kind of like when you remember. Well, of course you remember when we lost grandma. How
Oh
would
my
you
God,
forget?
I know. I had to volunteer just to get my mind off it.
This guy has
Yeah,
nothing to
sure.
offer you.
I have a lot to offer her.
Well, like
don't
what?
yell at my father like that. He
what?
doesn't
It's
even sense that.
so
He's retired from me.
fucking weak.
Mm.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
Apologize.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I
Yeah.
apologize, Matthew.
Hmm.
Apologize.
That
for
sounds
talking back to
really
you.
I
genuine
don't
when you go
even
like,
know how you think you
sorry.
can call me by my
Very. It's
name right now.
incredibly genuine.
You
Mhm.
are not good enough for my daughter.
Damn
Chris.
understandable, actually.
On the other hand, has my blessing. And if the internet is such a problem for you, I mean, just get rid of it. I mean, you don't need it
Yeah.
for anything.
Yeah, do
Go
it.
to a library.
Yeah, well, I have a bunch of ties.
He
on
was
the
told to
internet. I do go
apologize.
to
Yeah, it's not like he did it because he
I
thought he
read
was wrong.
He
a
was-
lot of books.
Yeah, he did
Really,
it
what was
because
the last book you read?
Casey told him
The
to.
last book I read
Pretty much.
was To Kill a Mockingbird.
No, because like you, like Chris will fucking do anything he's told to by a pretty girl.
Pretty much, yeah.
Or by somebody that, like, pretends to be a pretty girl.
Yeah, but still, you know, he's really not genuine about it. He's like, sorry.
And even then, yeah, he didn't even really apologize.
Yeah. That was not really... He did just
high school shit.
Jesus Christ.
Casey read that as a freshman.
I also do not believe that fucking Chris has read To Kill a Mockingbird.
Last week. You know, she reads books like you probably stuffed candy down your throat.
Stuff candy. I stuff vegetables down my throat. I stuff green beans. I stuff broccoli. I stuff corn. I stuff carrots.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mmm.
What the fuck are you talking about? I mean, I don't even know what the hell...
I eat and drink healthy.
And you look like that.
No, you don't. I don't know the fuck
you don't even know what I just said, do you?
Why the fuck you lie?
You completely missed that I was, that little analogy back there. She needs a man who can support himself.
He needs a man.
I mean, you got fired from Wendy's. I mean, most people quit. It sucks. You got fired. You weren't good enough for Wendy's.
I'm
never be as good as Chris.
I mean,
it is kind of embarrassing,
though,
to
a lot
be fair.
better than Chris.
A hell of a dressing down.
Mm-hmm.
Me.
You're not even a functioning human. You're leeching off my government. I met Chris in real life, and he's an upstanding young man. How are you better than this?
A very good question, isn't it?
I'm an American. I am proud to be an American, and I am strong.
Don't tell me you're an American.
I was born in America. I was raised in America my whole life. I never left the United States of America.
You're not. You can't tell me
so
you're
much. I'd never left.
If you were a patriotic, you wouldn't even thought about
making a 9/11 video.
Welcome back to the
9/11 video. I mean, that's. I still can't.
We're
believe
still
why
hearing
you
this,
made that.
Sorrow.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, you don't do that. I mean, you're not acting like a patriot. You're acting more like a terrorist.
Well, I'm sorry I
I
gave off that
mean,
impression.
in this day and age,
At least I was man enough to
same,
admit
same,
I was wrong.
but different.
I did my best to undo the mistake by deleting that video and making the apology.
My bad for the 9/11 joke,
You know,
guys.
Chris and Casey are Americans too.
I'm American
And
so much.
sorry
I'm
doesn't
stupid enough
undo
to
the
show
fact that
I
you
am.
made that video.
May not.
Yeah, poor Terry. You really have problems
But
with
at least
sleeping,
I
don't you?
admit I was wrong. And it takes a man to admit when he is wrong.
You're not a man.
I am
you
too
can't
a
have Casey
man.
with this kind of. This is just ridiculous. I can't believe I'm talking to someone who's so naive.
You just crossed a line.
He called himself naive in the same
Saying
comment.
the word naive.
What?
That is like the worst insult
What
to me.
line?
You yourself
Good
said you were
pissed me off right there when you
naive.
said
You shut
What
the
are you gonna do
fuck-
about
what
it?
the fuck, Chris?
Nothing at the moment
Nothing at the moment.
because I can't
What they're
let
gonna
you
do in the
anything.
future?
I'm not
Make an
like
angry
Will
video.
Smith, you know, landline. I'm talking to you over the phone. The only thing I can do right now is let you know that you just crossed the line by saying
Are
that
you
word.
wait a minute. Are you trying to threaten me? You trying to
No, I am
threaten
not.
an ex-marine?
No,
I have to sleep with a beeping
The
noise. Yeah.
same conversation. Chris called himself naive.
Yep, but he takes real offense when somebody else does it. And that's actually
What
still a
the
nice thing to
biggity-
say about him. I mean, you know, he is, obviously, to everyone, very, very naive.
Chris doesn't even feel intimidated. Probably because he thinks that there's nothing that he's gonna do. That like, oh yeah, I don't know where I live. Yeah, well, Chris, you've kind of whatever. Chris, you're a guy. I wanna bully this guy.
I am not threatening you.
Who wouldn't?
I am not
I
threatening
want to
you.
bully
I am
Chris
no
and the
position
people
to
that
threaten
bully
an
him. I want to
ex-Marine,
just
and I understand
just
that,
want to bully
and
everyone
I
in this
respect
story.
you as such.
I could
be
whoop
fun.
your naive little
Come on, Terry,
ass
make the beeping noise.
with my pinky if I wanted
He
to.
probably does think he can beat him up. Probably.
If I wanted.
And
Casey could whoop your ass. I'm surprised she hasn't already.
Yeah, she could.
now, I will
Most
be able
likely,
to defend
yes.
myself.
So you would hit Casey?
No, I would not hit Casey.
Have you ever defended yourself?
I
No.
have defended myself.
Successfully? Have you ever done it
No,
successfully?
I'm sure that was something to see. Have you?
Yes,
I
that
don't
would
think
be
you'd be
something
able to
to see,
react
wouldn't it
fast
be?
enough.
Yeah, well, you have not
feel like it would
seen
just be a
how
lot of
fast I
flailing.
can react.
Yes, there would be.
You can't even react fast enough to what I'm saying.
Because I like
I
to
mean, yes.
spell check
Casey's the man in the
and make
relationship.
sure
Yeah, she
I'm
is.
not making any
Obviously.
mistakes.
Making
That my mouth
mistakes.
does not go faster than my mind.
What do you even?
That is another one of my thoughts. I am willing to admit. Sometimes my mouth goes faster than my brain.
What else? I bet that's not the only thing that goes faster than your brain. Okay, so tell me why exactly you aren't naive. You know, why is this crossing the line so much?
Because it's insulting my intelligence.
Oh,
Making me feel
Because you haven't proven your intelligence to me.
Well, just like a computer, my brain is random. And it picks
That's
up
not
memories
how
at random.
computers
I cannot
work.
simply access
Really
them
not.
sometimes, even though most of the time I can. But sometimes I can't, and they later come back to me at random.
This is just this is insulting to my intelligence talking to you. I mean, you've shown me nothing but disrespect.
Matthew gets some sick burns
shown
in.
you respect for the while during the conversation.
Now, this is the kind of respect you show me. I would hate to see what kind of respect you show Casey.
Well,
Ordered
I'll
him
just
to
say
literally
that,
hell to make a
this has
PC.
been,
Make
most experienced
Right.
conversation, and I wish you a pleasant evening. Take care, Mr. Devoria, and stay safe. And please give my most fondest regards to Casey as well. I love her, and I care about her very much.
Would you hang up on me?
I hang up
When
on
did I say
you.
This
Click.
conversation was over.
Well, you could say the insults, and I'm getting tired of the insults. I feel like I need to go take a shower and get ready to sleep. I mean,
I thought he was
Actually,
going to say
that's
take a
fine.
shit.
You know, you can go whine and you can weasel your way.
I
out
need to
of
go
this.
take a shit.
You don't even
Bye.
deserve my daughter.
One hell of an ending, though.
What are you gonna do after this? You know, what are you gonna do tomorrow? You're gonna get up and play video games again. You
Yeah,
know
so what?
Casey's
Come
gonna
say that
do?
to my face, Matthew.
She's
I'll
gonna go
fuck
to
you up.
school. And she's
And then
gonna
I'll play
call
video
Chris
games
back.
afterwards.
That's what she's gonna
Precisely.
do.
well, that's what you think she's going to do. You do not control her.
Because you know why she's gonna do that?
I
Because
did,
he's the one
I
she
did
wants.
2 things in the army that weren't army shit. I
Well, this
fucked and I played video games.
Well, this has really been enlightening. Learning about, just how unworthy a person could be for my daughter. How much of a, I have to congratulate you, though, because you totally did a great job at getting Casey and Chris back together.
Seriously, Chris, how could you? You've been so
couldn't
insulting to my father and everything.
Yeah.
Chris would never have done this. Maybe I did make a wrong decision. But I don't think I can do this. Maybe I was thinking of him all along. Maybe I just displaced things. I can't believe you would do this. You know what? I don't want you. I don't want this. I don't need this right now. I have so much going on with
Nobody
finals and
was
everything.
surprised.
Yeah, Mike's right. You're gonna have to do something huge. I mean, you can't even work on the comic you promised me. You made me a stupid little Big Planet thing. Where the hell's the comic, Chris? I bet you're not even gonna finish the comic. You can't even
Give me the
finish it
goods,
tonight.
Chris.
Or anything. You can't do anything.
We want the sauce.
Quite
Well,
literally,
obviously
yes.
you're not motivated enough because you haven't done
Stop
anything
drawing
like that.
roots of your characters. Actually
You
drew the
promised
fucking
me
comic,
tons
you
of things.
boy.
You never keep your promises. You just sit around playing video games. You made a stupid little Big Planet
Something's
thing for
happening.
me. I mean, come on. All I wanted was you just to pay
Nobody's
attention.
raiding.
You don't even pick
Aha.
up the phone anymore
Oh,
because of
that's
the
very
trolls,
nice.
because of the
Welcome
stress.
to this
I can't do
horror
this.
show, I
I
suppose,
want a real man.
to everyone.
You see,
Oh,
you
are you
can't
still
even say
streaming?
anything.
Yep.
Dad, I think
And I've been doing it on the
fun.
side.
Don't
Knew
tell
we
me
were
where
getting
we live.
raided.
I don't want my name and number.
I was not expecting
See,
that.
look what you've done, Chris. Look
Just
what you've
playing
done.
some nice little Hearts of Iron, waiting on Italy to go.
Sorry.
But yes,
It's
welcome.
not like you're gonna do anything to make up for it. So you
I'll
know
pause
what?
for you.
I don't even care.
There you go. You can go ahead and make your. I hope you have a spiel now. You're affiliated, motherfucker.
When the fuck was I supposed to be doing that? Seriously?
Everybody that comes into your chat can now fucking subscribe and pay your bills. You better learn to preach, motherfucker.
I will learn to preach, but that will be tomorrow. Jesus Christ, I
You
just...
gotta get that sales pitch.
Well, yeah, sales
Bitch.
pitch. Yeah, well, what advantages do you have by subscribing to me? Yeah, there are many. There are quite many, yes. I'm sure of it. I just need to find them somewhere off the ground.
We all understand you might feel pressured to offer someone something for their subscription. I know I do, and don't feel bad. I still don't offer anything.
That's actually the problem. I don't know what to offer, amongst many other things.
Most people usually at least offer emotes, but I don't know. I just don't have any yet.
I'm fucking working on it, Jesus Christ. I just realized I could actually do that, and so I'm like, I can probably do something with that.
I want to kind of give a song tune. I want it on my table.
I'm gonna make some nice waifus. Some nice waifu emotes, yes. I'm planning at least on doing that, but, well, that will be done when it's done.
Your ass gonna break terms of service, what your ass gonna do?
I mean, that would be pretty damn easy, yes? Just
hey, I mean, I'd only been affiliated like 3 days, and we just, like, my third affiliated stream, I just sat here and we watched, we watched Zardoz.
I mean, why not?
Well, just sat here and I just streamed an entire fucking movie.
I mean, technically you probably shouldn't, but meh. If you get away with it, you know. What works, that works. Also, something else has happened. We have a new little follower. That's very nice. Little... the reading is difficult. It's a mega. It's a mega dam. Over 24. Thank you very much. Very nice of you. And, well, we're probably going to continue doing this. Basically, you get the nice experience of being a spaghetti boy in fucking Hearts of Iron with the new DLC. And you get, well, all the lore of the Christian that you could ever not want to have in your fucking brain. And commentary by myself truly, and of course the Chronos. Very important to mention. Yes. And as for a good preach, I shall work on that tomorrow. Pretty much.
Dad, you can do whatever. That's all
I'm
you get to say. I'm done.
dying.
I don't want to get in trouble
Don't
with beating the
die.
shit out of this faggot anyway.
I need companionship for this, otherwise I'm gonna die. Myself.
I'm gonna go. This is too much for me.
I'm not gonna do this
you
on my
finish
own.
this off, Dad.
I'm sorry.
Look, that sounded a lot more genuine than the fucking last time.
Good evening.
Mostly because it's like, ah, shit. That woman ain't gonna want me any
So-
longer.
What are you gonna do now?
Take a shower and go to bed? I mean, he literally said so. It's probably what he's gonna do. Yeah.
Sun Valley,
Some
California.
time pass and wait for things to happen. For example, for that.
What made him this way?
I think it's a question
What
we
is
all
the
have.
attraction? What keeps us
What
fascinated?
else do I need to do?
This is the story of Chris Chan.
Write the naval treaties, but I don't. The best of Ethiopia. I think Ethiopia is gonna be a pain. That's putting it fucking mildly. Royal pain, even. The beeping. Yes, the beeping went away. Oh, Terry has lost the beeping. Very good. Hope you can get some sleep now, man.
On November 5th,
Because otherwise...
2009, Christian uploaded a video of himself performing what he
Gonna suffer
believed to have
tomorrow.
been 51 bicep curls, using a 12-pack of lemonade cans in each hand.
Jesus fucking Christ, I can breathe. Holy shit.
Take a second, start
Honey.
breathing again.
I need to clean that bowl.
Enjoy the picture of Chris lifting unimaginable amounts of weight.
To be fair, if those are full, I'm impressed. Not because it's a lot of weight, but because it's Chris.
Well, fair point, actually. Fair point. Okay. I will grant him that much.
He claimed that the makeshift dumbbells weighed 50 pounds each, when in fact, they were closer to 10 pounds. As with his earlier push-up video, Chris performs the exercise incorrectly, giving his muscles very little actual workout, and would have been dangerous if tried using heavier weights. Nevertheless, he begins sweating profusely very early on in the video, straining to lift the cartons. During the workout,
It's-
some cans fall out, so Chris stops briefly to reinsert them.
51?
I'm waiting for him to hit him in the head.
One!
That's
Come on, bop him.
really not impressive. Jesus Christ.
So,
Later that day, he uploaded another video
very
in which
much
he finally
doubt.
reveals the complete photo he had been
Jesus
using
Christ.
cryptically to blackmail Clyde's cash. The visual content of the video itself is thought to be lost.
I have run out of good humor, so now it's time for the terrible. There's the picture.
Oh yeah, that picture. I'd forgotten about it.
Disgusting.
Chris then uploaded his third and final video of the day, in which he apologizes for the way he behaved during his phone conversation with Casey's father the previous night.
Casey, I'm sorry about the way I acted on your father last night. I realized that I could have been more respectful and said, yes sir, and just stick with that. And I realize now that
Would have
some
probably
of the
been
things
better,
he
yeah.
talked to me about, some of them talked down to me about,
Should have been
were
better.
like, yeah, definitely things I should be working on. And I promise I will get an office job. And I will make efforts to move out of my house, even though I'll probably end up with this house inheriting it. But anyway, Casey, I love you so much. I care about you.
戦闘配備につきました
It just made me feel sad. Hearing that phone call.
You still just care about the pussy, not so much about anything
You
else.
know, it said some of the things your father said was just a shock to the heart. It made me cry. I'm not afraid to cry in front of you. Casey, I need you. I need you. I love you. You're the best thing in my life. You're the best person that's ever come into my life. You know
have some high
more
hopes
than
then.
I do. I need you, Casey. I care about you so much. I just can't fight the feeling. I love you. I love you.
Oh, that
I
again.
need you.
That's gonna be a shit show.
Please don't leave me. Please don't be mad at me. I made mistakes.
Shit, Hindenburg incident.
But a man admits when he's wrong, and I was wrong in the way I acted last night.
Top snack.
I'm sorry I'm very, very sorry I hurt your feelings. I would feel terribly sad if he went back to that other Chris.
Jesus Christ,
Please don't leave me.
Come on,
I
Chris.
love you. I love you.
Stop it.
You need me.
Alright,
so
I'm
because
back and
I am
actually
an honest and
functioning.
very loyal person.
That's good. That's good. Welcome back.
And unlike that, and unlike the other
Can't believe
Chris,
this is still going on.
I don't go all that
Yeah.
crazy. I
Please,
stay sane
stop
most
it.
of the time.
How long can he last?
And even when I try to
Jesus
act
Christ.
crazy, have lame. Those are pretty much lame attempts. Anyway, you know me. I am strong. I am strong-willed. I would do whatever I could in my power for you. Everything. And
Yeah,
I will
terribly
hold up to
strong,
my
I know.
promises. Just all the other things came up. But I don't need excuses. It's not about excuses.
忘れないんだから
I'm gonna uphold my promises, Casey, and I don't want you to leave me. Please. I love you.
No, he's not strong-willed. He's just stupid.
Yep.
And I need you.
Come on, could you stop it, please?
Talk to you later.
This is fucking pathetic. Jesus fucking Christ.
Pray.
I mean, how can you be so fucking thirsty?
Captain's log,
Jesus
Stardate,
Christ.
November 6, 2009.
Liquid Chris uploaded a video in which he states that Casey's father has given him his blessings to pursue his daughter.
I just want to say that Casey's father has bestowed upon me his blessings to marry and hanky-panky with his daughter, Sweet
Hanky-panky.
Casey.
And also shows a page on the United States Copyright Office website, which states that the copyright for Sonichu as a 2D digital artwork has been claimed by Christian Weston Chandler. This was in fact true, but the Copyright Office does not check whether the applications for copyright are infringing, and the approval process is near automatic, with claims awarded to anyone who pays the necessary $45 fee, like Christian did. Copyright registration is also not an official recognition of copyright. It was around this time that Christian completed a special one-off 5-page comic made for Casey, which would become known as Sonichu Special 4. The story itself is largely a copy of the Rescuing Casey level, which he had made in Little Big Planet, and also borrows a few references from the 1991 action film Terminator 2: Judgment Day. Christian drives his car at the maximum speed limit of 65 miles per hour to rescue Casey from Liquid Chris. When he arrives, Liquid tries to attack him with a knife, but Christian dodges his slashes. He then grabs hold of Liquid and kicks him in the back, bringing him to the ground. Christian then whips out his Megatron pistol, which was featured in some earlier videos, and shoots Liquid Chris in the shins, announcing, "You'll live, but never impersonate or lie that greatly, ever again."
What?
He then brings Casey safely back home to her parents, who congratulate him. Christian and Casey kiss, and onlookers praise Christian and insult Liquid Chris. He sent the comic to Casey for consideration. After she had read it, Christian called her asking for her opinion.
Hi, Casey. How are you?
I'm okay.
Yeah. So, did you get the comic pages I sent you?
Yeah, I'm a little disturbed by the violence in it. You shot Chris.
Only in the legs, so he wouldn't chase after us.
But that's horrible. That's really horrible. Like, he'd be in a wheelchair. Like, he wouldn't do that to you.
Probably.
I mean, he's a lot nicer than that. You're trying to make yourself look better than him, but you shot him.
In the shins.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
It's like,
In a
why do you have to make it so
comic.
violent? Like, normally in your comics, you, like, transform
Civilized.
into Christian Sonichu and beat them that way. Like, I've never seen you, like, attempt to kill somebody in a comic
Oh, you transform and beat the missile. Nah, man, this time I just kept that thing on me.
Yeah, I'm sure that's gonna make a major difference.
These pages, because it's more closer to real
Transform
life.
into a statistic,
So
motherfucker.
you're saying that you would just shoot him in real life?
Well, in self-defense, I mean, I would.
Where would you get a gun anyway?
Well, I do not currently.
Lay down.
Lay down, but I'm letting you know that we are pooping hair.
They were probably picking up dog hair off the ground or shit covered in dog hair on the ground and eating it.
That's what.
That's we're just pooping normal hair. Alright.
Yeah, she stopped up because of it.
Alright, that's fun.
Don't forget to load up the dishwasher.
All right.
Graham's gonna be here tomorrow, so I don't want it to look like it does now.
Got it.
Just go to bed.
Love you, little crazy thing. Trying to actually fucking sleep tonight.
Yeah, she slept like shit, but she didn't cook yesterday. That's probably what
She did.
did.
Hmm.
You don't find nothing. But this is her second full milk. Because she had her whole McDonald's milk without water in it, and then Piper just made her one without water in it. So the rest of it's mostly water for the night. Even if it's what you did all night, but just mostly pretty much just water.
That
Don't
should be
matter.
enough.
Tomorrow, nothing but apple juice.
Okay.
Own a real gun. I keep that gun based off Generation 1 Megatron.
I know, but you shot him with a real gun in the comic. Like,
Yeah,
he
in
was
the
my
comic,
boyfriend and you
Jesus
shot him. I mean,
Christ.
don't you think that I'd still care about him a little?
Well, it's not officially
In a
published
fucking
yet.
comic.
I mean, I can change that page.
That sounded like a bomb went off.
Fix that.
But you already did it. The images are already in my head.
Well,
Oh, horrible.
yeah, okay.
So that doesn't
Could've done
seem
better. I
to.
could have done it less violent. I'm sorry.
If you were sorry, you wouldn't have done it in the first place. I mean, like, you drew him there in pain, and you're just watching him bleed, and then you leave him. Like,
Mhm.
like what happens if you did that in real life? He'd die.
No, actually, I would call 911 on him.
Probably not, no.
Bring the police and ambulance.
But he might wish he'd die because, you know.
Okay, then what? Be like, I
freedom.
shot him. They're gonna
Chris,
arrest
the
you.
originator of.
You're gonna
No,
call 911
actually.
on yourself. I have no words to describe it. I mean,
God damn, indeed.
you did this after the thing with my father, and he told my brother about it and my sister about it. Like, my whole family is against you. They think you're crazy. What's gonna happen if, like, somebody sees this? They're gonna think you're insane.
Well,
Yeah.
nobody else has to see
Rightly
it.
so.
But what happens if they did? I
Pretty sure they
don't
would
get
have
why you had to
thought so
shoot my
before.
boyfriend. The hell? And I mean, and I was starting to believe in you again, even though you do all these things, like you never cleaned your room, you never made the song, you didn't stop eating fast food, because I totally know about the whole McDonald's thing. And you still can't jog or work out or whatever, just sit around and play video games. You haven't done anything you said you were going to do for me. And then you show a comic with you shooting people.
Video games are great, woman. Stop
I'm just
saying
supposed to be
they're
like,
not.
yay, thank you?
You're right.
Besides, and I found out that you didn't even make that date level for me. I heard that you
I'm
made it for
grateful,
another
everyone.
girl. That's so disrespectful. You won't do anything for me. Okay, yeah, you finally made the comic, but then oh my god. I mean, you were so nasty to my family. You were just you don't even seem apologetic at all. I mean, that whole video you made sounded so fake. It's like what my little sister does when she doesn't get her way. You just sound like a spoiled, retarded rat.
It was true. I cried. I did cry. I cried.
No, you didn't. There were no real tears.
No, those were real.
No, they were not. Don't raise your voice at me.
Jesus Christ.
Seriously, that is what Kara does when she doesn't get her way.
Beeping, toilet leaking, ventilation's not working.
No,
That
they
does sound horrible.
aren't. I really think my dad's right. I think you just want me so you could fuck me and take me from Chris because you're jealous of Chris. And I mean, you, like...
I mean, yeah, he really just wants to
You're
fuck,
lucky
basically.
I gave you this much of a chance. First time you met me, all you did was stare at my chest and insult me. I mean, I can't
Just from what
understand how
we've
you call
seen.
me fat, and then the other hand, you're like staring at me the whole time.
He just wants to fuck.
I stare at your face.
That my face is not down there. I'm not that short.
No, I was looking at your face.
Create a plane, shall we?
Yeah, let me pick up the phone here. Hey, who's this?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute.
Finally gonna go
That's who I
sleep,
think
little
it
Terry.
is.
Have a good one. Good night.
Mr. Ian Brandon Anderson?
No, my name is Christian Weston Chandler. You know
No,
that.
it is not. My name is
You
Christian
too,
Weston
little Terry,
Chandler,
you too.
and you
I'll
are
see you
Ian Brandon
around.
Anderson. And you,
No.
what are you doing talking to Casey?
She and I are friends. And my name is Christian.
Wait, which am I? Am I your girlfriend or your friend? You keep going back and forth. You're lying again.
You will only stay friends, Mr. Ian Brandon Anderson. That is as far as you go.
Look, Chris. I'm
Hey,
so
hey, my
sick of
eyes
you
are down
calling me
here.
by that stupid name. I am the real deal. Shut
up.
I have all the proof and everything. You're the copycat.
Okay, who am I gonna believe? The guy who's hot and sexy and can play a guitar, or the person who lies to me every fucking night?
Yeah, and not to mention that he is fat and ugly.
I am not fat, god damn it!
Yeah, you are. You look like you weigh a good 220 pounds.
I do not weigh 220 pounds. I weigh a lot less than that. You weak little son of a bitch. I am so sick of you put me down and call me all these insults to my face. And my name is truly Christian Weston Chandler. I'm so sick of you pretending to be me and pretending to have all the rights to everything of mine. What the hell have you had against me? That came up even before the year 2000.
Yeah.
What the hell, Chris? Why have you started doing this in the first place, you little son of a bitch?
Jesus Christ.
I have not started doing anything. You did everything, Mr. Ian Brandon Anderson. When you decided to...
My name is Christian Weston Chandler, and I'll thank you to call me
Don't
that.
talk to my boyfriend like that, and don't curse around me.
I told you something. My name is Christian Weston Chandler, and it has been my God-given name my entire life.
You shut up. You shut up. You've been nothing but a pain in my side. And you've been nothing but a pain in the friendship to relationship between me and Casey.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, you wouldn't have access to her if it was not for me, because if you hadn't been copying me this whole time, you would have never even
I have not been copying you. You have been copying me.
God, how naive. What relationship?
You
Get
are
the
a liar
page.
and a fraud. You naive bastard.
No, you are the
Y'all are
liar.
following
You
this,
are
'cause I
the
checked
fraud.
out a
I'm
minute
so
ago.
sick of you. Of you call me all that. What
That's
you know and
one
I
hell of
know, and that everybody in the whole world
page.
knows that
Stop
you.
it.
You don't have the real true and honest
I am
fan
so
base.
sick of this.
Shut up. Yeah, you are just a worthless waste of life.
Oh, no, you are the worthless waste of
You
life,
are.
Chris.
Whoa.
I am
Yeah.
doing something with my time, Mr. Anderson, except for just copying someone else. Stop charade. They already know you're a liar, Mr. Ian Brandon.
Care about
They
me,
know that.
Jameson Chandler. Thanks for
No,
showing me you care about me. You lied to me this whole time.
I have not been lying to you, Casey. God.
You've been lying to everyone on the internet.
I have not been lying to anybody. I have been honest and true.
You have not.
Now, hang on a second.
You are just a fraud. Your whole life is a fraud.
Jesus Christ, at the
The one in
page.
the brown stripes who's taking Casey. Talk to, I want you to talk to him and tell him off. I'm sick of calling him off. He can still call me that done Ian Brandon Harrison. You better still be there, because I'm going to have you talking to the real Robert Chandler in a second.
I'm gonna get my dad.
Basically,
Hey,
yes.
help me out here. What,
Oh boy.
what's going on? You there?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, indeed.
Who is this?
Hello?
Who the fuck
Hello?
is this?
Who is this?
Casey?
This is Rob.
Well.
She ain't saying anything, Christian.
Hello?
Casey, please, just listen. That's my father, Robert Chandler.
I know. I keep talking and he can't hear me.
Yes, he can't hear you.
He keeps saying hello.
What? What do you want? I just want him to talk to that Chris.
Bob,
well,
it's what
now
you've
it's
always.
midnight. What in the world
fuck.
do you want?
Jesus, it's fucking midnight. Why are you waking
You
Bob
don't
up
want
at
to talk either. She
midnight?
can't talk. Her cat's got her tongue. Casey, please talk.
Sorry, I'm really confused. Like, 1 minute I'm talking to someone and the next minute I'm not.
All the minutes you don't have to listen to him. Just hang up on the bitch.
Just hang up on the bitch.
I was trying to get y'all to talk to that Chris over there, because he's over there with
Solid
me
advice,
now.
Barb.
I don't care
See ya.
where they are. They might be lying to you. He's still pretending to be me with this address. Why shouldn't you shut up and hang up on him?
Yep.
I don't care if you're upset. Don't ever answer the phone when I call.
Yeah. Good advice.
Yeah, hiding behind daddy's skirt. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I like how I'm a bitch.
Oh, Chris, shut the hell up. Casey,
Yeah,
I'm
you're just.
sorry.
Yeah, I
I'll
knew
talk
That's
you
to you
right.
later.
this entire time.
Barbara
up.
is right.
No,
Talk to
shut
you
up.
later,
Casey,
Casey.
Casey,
Yeah,
are you with
absolutely.
I
me?
do love you.
Are you with me or are you with him?
You? At least you're not calling me a bitch, because I find that extremely disrespectful.
But you're
No,
a
that was
bitch.
my
What's
mom.
disrespectful
That
with
was my
calling shit
mom
shit?
Said that.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
good. My family hates you. Your family hates me.
Are you with me, baby? Are you with me? Are we gonna get married?
Yeah, let's go get married, because I can't deal with this.
I can't deal with him still pretending to be me.
You are just a less worthy version of me.
You're calling everyone a liar when you're the biggest liar I know.
I am not
Yeah,
a liar.
And then
Is
you're
it
going to
liar?
put your parents on here, and your parents are going to insult me like that? What do you want me to do? What do you think I'm going to do? That's crazy. That's
I just don't
insane.
understand the situation.
Casey, are you
I'm trying to get him
officially
to talk to
breaking
that
up with
Chris.
him?
Whatever, your
Liar.
mom called me a bitch. You didn't even defend me. You were just like, talk to her, talk to her. What was I supposed to say? That was embarrassing. That's the first time your parents met me. That's what you wanted? Good job.
So are you
No,
officially
no,
broken
no,
up?
no, no.
Tell me, are you
You're
officially
27. Why do you
broken up
need
with
your
him?
parents to defend you? My parents would defend me.
Okay, well, listen, Casey, I'm sorry about that misunderstanding. I'll talk to you later. And as for you, Christian Weston Chandler over there, I am going to find you, and I am going to have you proven as the liar. Goodbye.
Oh, fuck you.
Baby.
That's great. It ended with Casey saying, "Oh fuck you." I can't. Oh my god, Barb called me a bitch. Oh my god. We know how much you love it when people call me a bitch.
Yeah, I know, right? Kind of rage right there. That was great.
Yeah, no
Oh
surprise
my
she
god,
was
that was
enraged
the
there.
best call ever. I can't believe we got Barb and Bob.
I can't believe we got half the stuff we got.
No, Gecko, it was definitely a different voice that called me a bitch. That was definitely Barb who said, just hang up on the bitch.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Okay, so back to Mumble.
Alright.
On November 8th, Liquid Chris uploaded a video showcasing Sonichu Special 4, ending with an illustration hinting at a marriage between Liquid and Casey.
That's a lot better. That was really a lot better otherwise. Enjoyable.
On November 10th, Chris had one final call with Casey, in which he grills him about his behavior and his future.
I mean, you're not even gonna live to see 30. Why would I want to be with someone who I know is going to be dead in 4 years? 3 years. My family hates you. You're lying to me. You're nasty to my friends. You lie to my friends. I mean, don't think I don't know that you don't lie to Kim. Don't think I don't know you don't lie to me. I don't think you'd have luck with anyone to tell you the truth. So you cannot tell me that you want me to be with you or that you love me, because you're just gonna die wasting your life playing video games and doing nothing. You wasted your life and you think you're good enough to date anyone, including me? I mean, you're freaking weak-willed. You're not even good enough
Obsession
for
with video
society.
games.
I don't think you're ever gonna get anything. You can't fight for what you want. You definitely didn't fight for me. So you know what? I don't need this at all. Fuck you. I don't even want to be friends, because you are a total waste of space. And you know what? I'm getting married tomorrow, 2 p.m. And it's all thanks to you, because if it weren't for you being such an ass, I wouldn't see what a great person Chris is, and how much he really does love me, because I had someone to compare him to who doesn't give a shit about me, who only loves his video games and himself. I don't even care, because I don't even have anything to say to you, because you know what? You won't hurt about this. You'll be over this by tomorrow. I will never see anything that shows that you're even hurt by this or you even care. I'm going to go ahead and get married tomorrow. I'm going to be happy, and I'm going to live my life. And you know what? You're going to be doing the same thing in 5 years, if you're not dead. I bet you I'll never be mentioned again by you. You're not going to be upset. You're not going to do anything. I bet you anything. I'm going to see a new video being like, oh, who the hell was Casey? I'm going after... I don't even care anymore. I don't care. So, have fun making a video about needing a new girlfriend, because I'm done.
Yep.
Peace out.
Soon after,
so many nice
Chris
people.
made a video expressing his sorrow.
Okay, see, I just let you know, because you hung up when I was trying to say it. I'm sorry for hurting you and mistreating you. There's a lot. It's some lies mixed with honest truth. But you know, that's fine.
That's some fake ass crying.
Chris,
That is
will
some
make you
fake
happy.
ass crying. He's really not trying hard. I could probably do a better
Congratulations
performance.
on your wedding. I wish you and Chris all happiness in the world. I'll say a prayer for you.
Forever and stand by.
Yeah, very honest to God
Safe
prayer.
honeymoon.
Not a curse. At all.
Guess so. See you around. Or
What to say? I know that melody.
talk to you again later. I guess.
I guess.
So another day. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. God bless you. And your sweet, gentle, caring, person, tender, loving care, Katie. I love you.
The next day, Christian finally received his certificate of copyright registration for Sonichu and victoriously announced so in a video, with all signs of heartbreak seemingly gone, just as Casey had predicted.
It's no time for fan mail. Well,
Up
not much
also, like-
fan mail,
yeah.
as it is a little something from the Virginia Library of Congress.
Of course.
Let's take a look inside, shall we? What do you know? All the trolls have been lying after all. They have no registration. Read it and weep.
Hey, sorry I missed your call. I was just calling you back to let you know that I love you and I miss you. I really want you to call me back. And I'm sorry I missed your phone call and that I know you're done. So when you get this, can you call me back? I love you and I miss you.
This is great.
Pretty great.
That's pretty great crying there, right then and there.
Anyway,
Chris would be
signature,
proud.
the seal, and the registration number, and the titles, and everything. This will be scanned and uploaded to the Wikipedia today. So, Bill finger to you, you damn trolling bastards. You can die and rot in hell, Clyde. And you too, Chris. Sorry, Casey, but that son of a bitch ain't got nothing now. Oh, also something else, you know. Front and back information.
Including my address.
So there.
Yeah. Again, he's
I
been
am
so
the
open
man.
with that, I don't think.
I am the real creator. I am Christian Weston Chandler, birth name Christopher, Spanish nickname Ricardo, of Rocketsville, Virginia, in the United States of America.
Yeah, thanks for clarifying that.
Hail the president.
What?
By God, there is a day. Okay, I don't know the words, but I'm being patriotic here.
You're not
So
really
everybody have a
patriotic if you
good
don't
day.
even know the words.
And more stuff?
Rather
is to come.
insulting.
So,
Dude, you
keep
suck.
it and praying and that you will get it. Have a great day.
Randomly insults people for no good reason,
Catalog.
including our
Stardate,
American.
November 14th, 2009.
2 days later, Christian made a video
to
posting
themselves,
the Sonichu comic
2000.
and falsified listings on the marketplace website, Craigslist.
I will hold true to my promise and upload one page at least, more if I feel like it that day, on a daily basis to Wikipedia, starting today. The current page for today will have been uploaded by the time this video is uploaded onto the Wikipedia. I currently and have not had any ads on Craigslist.
Videos are going downhill,
Or
folks.
selling anything or offering anything at the time. So anybody who sees such ads that pertain to my home address, my home phone number, mine or my mother, my father's names, please flag it as spam or something like that, because it's fake at the time. Unless I
Can I hear this audio?
say it's legit on the Wikipedia or here on this YouTube account. Do not believe it. And also, I would like the phone number for getting in contact with the people behind Craigslist, so we can straighten out that mess and prevent frauds. And also, on the final note, Clyde Cash, I'm getting your information. I'm coming after you, man. I'm getting your information. I have a person on the inside. So you just fall back. Get off the internet. Stay off the internet, son of a bitch.
Why does T stay off the internet?
So I'll leave that with everyone, with y'all, and y'all have a safe, pleasant day.
One of those mysterious little
Later that day,
things.
Christian sent Vivian G an email hoping to settle past disputes and form a business partnership together. Now that I finally have peace of mind, I apologize for the past unformalities and emotional outbursts in past communications. I have decided I will fully approve your continued audiobook videos and sales,
pretty much.
but in return, I ask for 25% of all the money changed to USA currency you have and will have made from all that you have put together and sold, as well as 2 copies of each CD/DVD of the audiobooks, and 2 of each other additional merchandise aside from the audiobooks. I extend an olive branch of peace, and I await your well-thought response. Have a good, safe day, Miss Vivian. Vivian swiftly replied, "Yeah, peace of mind. Peace of mind to fucking want me dead at least, what, 3 to 4 times now? You've cursed me like 17 times, and now you expect me to give you money? I fucking offered you months ago, and you just wanted me dead. Go fuck yourself. Love, Vivian." Christian apologized for his past actions and attempted to sweeten the offer. "I would like to hire you to be my manager of business relations. Obviously, you have done something right with your wheeling and dealing to make the money from the audiobooks. Merchandise should be made official. I would like a list of all those who have created merchandise, web pages, contact info, and names, so I can get in touch with the ones who did well in their creations, not just shipshot parodic crap, or locate some toy company's info for my reference. Phone conversations with the true people of Nintendo and Sega, and maybe Sony, would be beneficial, with assured assistance from my manager. It is time to set the merchandise wheels and legitimate business talks in motion. I have removed all curses from the past and sent you forgiveness blessings. I've had the epiphany about business relations and matured mentally from that. Please help me." Vivian suggested that he contact Nintendo and Sony himself over the phone, and by sending them an 18-minute-long video pitching Sonichu. She then gave him an exhaustive list of the structure and checklist for the pitch. Staying true to his promise, from the 14th to the 18th, Christian uploaded a new page of Sonichu episode 20 every day. However, on November 19th, he wrote a blog post on the Wikipedia, apologizing that he could not deliver a new page on that day, and informed his audience that he was working on a video presentation to offer to major companies, and also updated the website with a new category, the mailbag. This was a page designated for answering the many questions emailed to the sysop, Cogsdev, addressed to Chris by so-called fans. Mailbag 1's questions and answers were posted on the 19th, but Christian chose to answer only the questions which were respectful, free of ridicule, and complimenting him.
Not
He
at
also
all
received
biased.
an email from Vivian, berating him for his lack of effort in contacting companies about Sonichu. A couple of days later, he answered questions from Mailbag 2, and also created a rejected Mailbag page, where he posted emails from trolls which he deemed unacceptable and unworthy of answering, possibly as a way to gain more sympathy, or perhaps set an example of what not to ask Christian. On November 23rd, he finally completed his videographic presentation for Nintendo and Sega's consideration.
Hello there, business people. Welcome to the world of Quickville, Virginia, and the world of Sonichu and Rosechu. Anyway, I'm here today to talk to you about the revolutionary